presence. We thank you for that blessed assurance. We thank you that Marie has that blessed assurance as well, and we ask you to comfort. Lord, as we go before you today for the business of the county, Lord, guide our steps, give us wisdom. Let us help each and every resident equally throughout the county. Thank you for the staff and the employees that come alongside and serve you, serve them through you. Serve you through them. In Jesus' precious name we pray. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Well, let's call this meeting to order. Here's Doug. So you guys obviously are here for public comment and a golden wheel. I don't see, it's not on the.
It's not on the agenda. Sarah wasn't able to make it to discuss anything, so.
I didn't hear you. Please shut that off for a little bit.
Sarah, Sarah couldn't make it to the meeting.
So I actually asked if some of the board would come in and share what's going on, because Sarah wasn't able to.
Well,
So
I think I got a pretty good idea what's going on, and I don't
Oh.
like it, and it's not your guys' fault. There's no blame, in my opinion. I've shown no blame towards you guys. I think you've all worked as hard and diligent as you can. I mean, let's face it, you're not, and we are not, young any longer, and it's a big job to do what you're doing, so I don't know what to do. I'm beside myself because it makes me sick that Manhattan cannot get it together. And I honestly believe that they are not truthful about what they say, and they don't ever back up what they told us and what they've told you. It really infuriates me.
Well, I also, if I may, just contribute to that a little bit from my perspective.
Well, we're here we want to make sure you get front and center,
And that we can hear what you say.
and we can pin you down.
And it can be recorded.
Well, you can be recorded over there too.
They've got their own restrictions too, and that's the KDADS organization, which is something else that I think falls under the Kansas Department of Health and Environment. And then that's all managed by the legislature. But, and I keep hearing rumors that they got an extra $100,000 like 2 years ago. Well, they had fallen behind in numerous different areas with 11 different regional organizations that all had their own problems too. That all having been said, it doesn't excuse, as far as I'm concerned, having a legislature that is sitting down here and not funding organizations that support their legislative agenda, that are only paying their people $7 and change an hour.
Yeah.
I mean, in today's economy, that's not sustainable.
No,
for
not for
getting anybody to come in and stay for any longer than they can stay to move on.
Well, I don't. I'm under the
And I'm just going to say, I focus the blame directly on the legislature.
Well, I'm under the assumption that we can't even quit them. The North Central.
Well,
isn't that true?
Well,
That we are tied to them,
what
and that's not right either, if that's the case.
What I understand is that you get conflicting information. You get some information from Manhattan that differs from the information from Salina possibly providing meals. And that inconsistency, therefore your guys are caught in the middle because
Well, she said she was going to have frozen meals no matter what. She sat right there and said it.
she had said she had a plan B. I know
Yeah,
she said
well-
she had a plan B and we don't have there is no
I think we're
plan
at
B.
least at plan B now, or C,
Past it.
or D.
But anyway, go on. I'm sorry I interrupted you.
No, but I just, if the better option for our residents is to break away from Manhattan, then I think you guys need to consider that, or tell
But
us.
I think we still have to pay, don't we? Did you tell me that?
It I mean, I'm not 100% sure, but that's where the ambiguity of it is. I believe that.
I think Sarah told me.
You have to give to the Older Americans Act.
Well, I think that's part of it, and that's like the amount that comes out of the Department of Aging's budget, and that's about $4,000. That really part that they want, so the part, if they employ a cook, we have to agree to pay, I believe, 90% of their health insurance. And that's like $16,000 or $18,000 in the budget. So it's a huge number that's in the budget for their insurance. If they don't provide a cook, we don't pay that insurance, but we don't have meals. So I think one of the options that you guys have considered, and please tell me if I'm saying this wrong, Beck, that you would consider the possibility of taking that 16 or 18,000, whatever that amount is for insurance, and if that was given to your center, you could possibly provide meals without having Manhattan involved. Is that correct, or have you had that discussion in your board meeting?
Not really, no. I mean, our position has consistently been, as I understand it, that our responsibility to Manhattan has consistently and always been, we maintain four walls and a roof. We pay the bills, we provide them with a kitchen, and from there, their food program gets fed out to the county.
Yeah. Well, they're not doing a good job at it.
Yeah, and, you know, we're holding up our end of the bargain, we honestly feel, but, you know, the problem in the community is the lack of consistency with a strong cook. And at the same point in time, just like talking to Sandy Weedle at one point in time. They wanted to keep the Blue Moon going, but you can't do that because realistically, anybody in the culinary arts field says, I want to own my own restaurant. Well, I mean, you know, these folks are in the same boat.
Well, I don't know.
I just don't know how we'd go about actually purchasing the food. Not that insurance isn't important and that we couldn't do some things with $16,000. I'll bet we could figure a place to spend $16,000. But what I'm saying is,
So I talked to Kayla Page a couple times
Okay.
from Delphus.
right?
She told me that she had been in contact with Mitchell County, and she has not got back with me. I don't know if that would work out for Delphus or not, but she thought there was a possibility could get meals from them. Now, I think they're still involved with North Central whatever it is out
North Central Flint Hills.
Flint Hills. I haven't heard back from her, so I don't know if that's a possibility either, or if we need to go to Salina, or what we need to do. And I don't know who to tell to go do it, so we have food for everybody. It's really upsetting.
Yeah.
And
Well, first, who sat down and provided the 124 meals? Was that the board?
Okay, people and the board,
The board.
Christy and Sheila put up for volunteers, and we have volunteers come in.
And make those 100,
Yes.
so I thank you for doing that. I mean,
Yes.
that's what,
Yeah.
I mean, you guys stepped up.
but they can't do that every time.
Well, and it wasn't our food. I mean, we did get permission, as I understand, from North Central Flint Hills to use the food that was in the freezers and in the refrigerators
To provide those
before it
meals?
spoiled out, you know, yeah, to provide that cooking. Is that not correct?
I'm not sure about that.
I mean,
Well,
that's kind of the
Well, Sheila
understanding
was.
that I had had. They were cleaning out freezers and refrigerators at that point.
whatever,
And canned goods.
I mean, without saying that we got all kinds of money to help you, I don't know what we can
come
do,
on, be
but
honest.
we want to do whatever we can to
Yeah.
make this right, and, cause if it's a 16,000 and we don't have a cook, I don't think we'd have a problem with that. Do
Do you
you?
have
I
a-
mean,
Do you have a comment?
I feel that.
Uh-oh, you better come to the table, Bernice, I'm sorry.
I have to go to the table. We need
So
to
that
provide.
people can, wait, you gotta sit down so
Okay.
people can hear you.
now you're speaking into that box right there.
Okay, anyway, I feel that we need to provide more money for the cook.
True. And-
That's the number one
And you
thing.
guys have always subsidized that cook salary.
Yes.
And so what did
I'm not
it,
sure how much, I hope you know.
so is it up to like, this is terrible to even say, $11 or something, or what is it?
Yeah, altogether, I think the total income ends up getting to the cook and the,
$11.50.
Yeah, 1150, 1174, somewhere in between in there. I think the cook gets actually paid a little bit more than the
But
site
they
manager.
also get the insurance.
Yeah,
I do wanna point out, I believe, and this is something that Sarah and I were discussing, when she'll discuss when she's up here. I believe we pay more for employee insurance through Flint Hills Area Agency on Aging than we do for one employee through Ottawa County. So just read for that.
What do you mean? You think?
We pay the $16,000 we pay for one set of insurance is more than we would pay for one employee's insurance here in Ottawa County. I believe, that's what we're looking into, and I'm not talking benefits, I'm talking just insurance.
Well, what's budgeted, in the aging account for Senior Care Act for 2027 is $19,485, and that includes like the $4,000 that we give to Flint Hills, so I think it's
But
about,
is that budgeted from us or is that through Sarah?
that is in Sarah's budget,
Okay,
Department of
alright.
Aging, and they have historically paid for the insurance out of that account.
And so what you're saying is, we're paying them more, what are you getting at?
I just wanna point out that the insurance for one employee at Flint Hills, I believe, without looking at the actual numbers.
So this person doesn't have insurance through the county, we're
No.
paying them.
Yeah.
We pay Flint Hills,
Yes.
who has the insurance.
Well,
for
why-
They're not on the
why-
Ottawa County insurance.
So is there there's any way we could do it though, is there?
No, they're not an employee of
Yeah.
Ottawa County.
What I'd like to see is the total cost of what we're paying Flint Hills and the total budget that the Golden Wheel would have to work with, you know. if
I
we
think
were
Carla's
able
probably
to
got it right
rate-
there. I think it's been on her mind.
Yeah,
Well,
I figured you probably had the numbers.
And I'm not saying we don't do that, I just wanna point out some of the funding, was discussing it, that's just something that, with the costs, cause we'll be discussing it next week, we received that email of what their funding request is, and I just thought that was an interesting statistic.
So there's no way that we could, well, we'll just have to think about that a little. If we
Okay.
dump Flint Hills, there's no way we could retain the cook if we dump Flint Hills?
I have no idea, that would be, I assume it'd be through Golden Wheel.
well, God love you all, there's no cook right now to retain.
Yeah, well, I understand that, but if we paid more
Yeah.
and did things better for that, it wouldn't be against the law is what I'm asking as far as insurance through the county. We would have to employ that person
Right,
to be able to pay its
Right.
insurance through the county.
right.
And
Now,
then
the
we
next
have-
question you
then we have
got
to
is
have
what is
AK.
North Central gonna do about the site manager?
Well,
Yeah, so last year, we paid Flint Hills $3,957 for administrative costs. That was just administration. And then, we didn't have a consistent insurance number because last year, remember that, it went up and down. We didn't have a cook consistently. But that's what we paid them just for administrative costs, and I think we have a bill to discuss today.
right,
No, that is next week.
next week.
That email that we received from Flint Hills,
You wanna discuss next week?
Sarah needs to be here to discuss it, she's
Okay.
unavailable to come.
And those are, that's their new, request for funding for, administrative costs that we'll discuss next week. But, I'm sorry.
My feeling is we really need to dig into this to see if we can be a self-sustaining senior center with meals. Flint Hills is unreliable, they don't get back to us, or I'm assuming this has been 6 months ago and I don't suppose it got any better now. They don't have a cook for us, that's the deal, they're supposed to have a cook and they're supposed to have a plan B. Well, we're down to plan C or D by now, and there's nothing moving, so we need,
So the site
there'll be no
manager,
help.
well,
The key thing about, and correct me if I say something wrong, is that they provide the food for the meals. They provide a salary for the site manager.
They
And
provide
they-
wages, not salaries.
I'm sorry, wages for the site manager, and they also provide a wage for the cook. And then the center comes in and subsidizes that salary so they can keep a cook. But only the cook has the health care. The site manager does not.
I think that's correct at this point in time.
And I
Well-
think that they figured out at some point, and I don't know who I talked to, which one of your board members, but you were looking at just getting meals from Salina, and you thought that was doable if you didn't have to pay the insurance, that it was doable to provide those meals. But, we have to hear that from you guys. And I think we could still, and we.
And I really don't have anything to do with their program.
The Golden Wheel doesn't pay the insurance, the county pays the insurance.
But we paid the insurance to Flint Hills.
Right.
On their behalf.
Right. Well, no, on the county's behalf, I believe. It's part of what we pay to
Well, to be-
Older Americans Act.
To be honest, the the MOU has never been completed. I saw you sent a revised one to them. I don't know if you've got emailed back.
We had probably about a 2.5 hour long board meeting where we literally went line by line, almost word by word, going over the
them.
MOU. No, not with them. They
Oh.
sent it to us, said, sign this, and we were like, this is not a mutual
Right.
understanding here. This is our response to your MOU.
So you sent
And
the
we have
response
not
back.
heard anything
Okay.
back from them at all yet.
Well,
to the
hopefully
best of my
Sarah is
knowledge.
working on it with them to get a response. I guess Sarah is.
Sarah wouldn't have anything to do with the MOU. The MOU is only with Flint Hills and Golden.
But isn't Sarah our main contact with Flint Hills? Isn't she?
As Department of Aging.
Yeah, isn't
As
she?
the- She's our as the counties. I don't know. So Golden Wheel is separate than the county, so I don't know what you guys might have a better
We're
connection
just
to.
a building.
I know.
We're just
they
a
work with
building, that's
Sarah,
it.
But
Yeah, I guess we only have two pieces. of
We're a
the
building,
because-
we provide a kitchen for them to operate their food program out of. And initially, that kitchen was all theirs. It has become more and more ours. There's some significant pieces of equipment in that kitchen that still belong to Flint Hills. They're not
I
ours.
thought it was just the
If we-
freezer. I thought the
Pardon me?
freezer was the only thing left.
No, there's a freezer, there's the exhaust fan over the oven, there's a refrigerator that they still own. I think we own all the freezers now.
Dishwasher.
The dishwasher also
Is owned by
belongs to
them?
them. So all of that equipment would have to, I mean, what they did up there in Concordia was they came in there and they pulled everything out of there by the roots. And then they ended up having to go back. But they got a lot of backing through F&A up there in Concordia in order to get the food to them at a significantly reduced cost.
I'm sorry, they got a lot of help from who?
F&A,
F&A,
Food wholesaler.
food wholesaler that's
in
got,
Concordia.
Oh, okay.
so.
Do we have a food wholesale?
Right
In
across the
Ottawa.
street might be able to help us, I don't know. I mean, I think Mike would work with us, I can't guarantee that, but I think he would.
It'd be a major expansion on his little operation, but yeah, he could probably do it.
Yeah.
He would entertain the thought anyway and see what he could do.
Well, to be honest, I reached out to the board or Christie to say maybe the board should come because I feel like every week we don't provide meals, it hurts our seniors. So just Sarah couldn't come, but I still felt like they should come and present their case.
Oh, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad the more we talk about it, the quicker something will get done.
So if Sarah's gonna be on the agenda next week, maybe you guys can come again? Somebody
Yeah.
could come.
Okay.
And see, if you got any more news or anything, we'll do.
How did the meal go yesterday?
Went really well.
Fundraiser. Sorry, I didn't.
And I applaud you guys for doing the
Yeah.
fundraisers that you use to help subsidize the services you provide on the center.
How many did you serve?
I really don't know the numbers that we served. I think that the discussion was that it was a little bit lower in numbers, but I think donations were a little higher. I think they understand that we're gonna be making some more improvements into the kitchen. I think the number one thing was having to put in some money on some new roasters for keeping things warm and one thing and another, but I think I think $1,123 is what I heard was the total income. And we had over purchased last time, so realistically, our expenses on this were only about $108 or $109. So I mean,
Wow.
we made $1,000 yesterday.
Maybe we
but
should hire
it's-
you as a cook, Doug.
well, you can hire me as a dishwasher, because that's what I did, but, because really Christie and Sheila did the
All the
cooking and the
cooking.
bacon and the
I'll
sweet
tell you right now,
potatoes.
if Sheila's working around in there cooking, I'm not helping.
Cause she runs you over?
She's a go-getter. I didn't say she ran me over, but I'm just saying.
She's a powerhouse.
It gets her.
Yeah.
Go get her, that gets her.
So,
Okay, well,
all right, well, we thank you for your time
Well,
and one thing and another, and I'll
did-
make every effort to be here next Monday. I have to relook at my calendar and one thing. and
How do we
another,
go
but-
about seeing if it's feasible to break away from Flint Hills? If it's possible for a standalone? I don't really think the commission wants to be a manager to go over the wheel and hire
Right.
a cook, you know, as a county employee, but we're gonna have to do what we gotta do. This is. gonna
Well, your
fuck
aging
up.
population's gonna do nothing but get bigger here for about the next 25 years. You know, and then it's gonna start getting smaller, but it's still gonna be a significant piece of your demographics, I believe, over the next 20, 25 years before this younger, and then you're gonna have a set way, you're gonna have a significant reduction in volunteer help, you're gonna have a significant reduction in the man force here to
I
support
know
the
we're
economy. of
seeing
the
that
country.
now.
Pardon me?
Yes.
We're seeing it now.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, so I did pull up the 990 for the North Central Flint Hills Agency on Aging, and the most recent one they filed was to 2023. And that might be the increase that you're talking about, but the prior year, they cleared 179,000, you know, revenues less expenses was 179. And then in 2023, revenues less expenses, they cleared for almost $420,000. So they are making money. We just want
Well, I
that-
think that they got money from the general fund in the state.
And I don't know what year that happened. I don't know if this is
I think it was
23 or
after
24.
COVID.
And
Yeah.
You
this
know,
was,
at that point in time, the legislature said,
okay, well,
boom,
let's,
you know, here's a dump of some money, but I don't think it's been consistent since then.
yeah, and
let's
so
run
I.
through all
yeah,
that with Sarah then, and
Yeah,
when we got some,
I just don't have anything more recent than this, so that's.
right,
I understand.
I understood Sarah was gonna do some checking to see whether we could pull out or not, or whatever, maybe that's up to Tammy, I don't know, but let's see,
That's up to
next week,
Sarah.
let's, pardon me?
Sarah's
It's up
looking
to Sarah.
into it.
Okay.
It's kind of a
All right.
tabled mess.
Yeah,
but-
let's revisit that next week.
Yeah, she's on there next week, I've already talked to her,
Okay.
she's on there.
all right.
Well, thank you for your
Thank you all for
time.
coming in.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for raising money for the center.
Better times ahead.
It was good food.
Yeah, I bet. I was
Okay.
so sad I forgot about it. I hate to say that.
Okay.
Thank you for driving.
Okay, I'll see you.
Thank you, guys.
So, can I have one quick public comment?
No. Go ahead.
So, last week I made a statement that was incorrect, and it's in the minutes, and I just wanted to clarify it. So I made copies so you guys would have these. But remember, I made the comment that, OCCK had 3.9 million in,
So wait a minute here. So you give me, are these all the same? Why do I need
no,
three?
this is one. I just wanted you to see it.
Oh, you're not letting us have it?
Yeah, you can have it. I made a copy.
Okay, so you gave me three.
I gave you these.
Yeah, I gave one to Dwayne, I got one, and then you gave me another.
Oh, I made one for Tammy, sorry. Anyway, in the meeting last week, I made a comment, and it's in the minutes on page, it's not page down, on page 2, that they, OCCK had 3.9 million in cash and non-interest bearing investments. And, when I look back over the records, that was actually North Central on page 2 in this 990 for the North Central Flint Hills Area Agency on Aging. On page 2, that was Flint Hills that had it in a non-interest bearing account. Do you see that?
Flint Hills or,
Flint Hills.
do you mean Flint Hills or do you?
I meant Flint Hills.
Okay.
So I made a statement that was incorrect last meeting, and I just wanted, if you guys are okay if I strike that incorrect statement, since it's not true, I'm trying to correct what I said.
That's fine.
So on that page 5, I just wanna strike where it says I said that,
You won't strike it on the minutes itself, we'll make the correction in these minutes.
okay, but I
Because
just,
that's the record of what happened at that meeting.
yeah, so I just wanna say that was, I had the wrong 990 that I was looking at, and I
Okay.
wanted to give it to you guys so you saw it. Did I give you yours?
Yes, I just wanna verify, you're saying the 3.9 million was Flint Hills Area Agency on Aging or North Central?
The
Mental-
non-interest bearing cash was in North Central Flint Hills area on
I
aging.
just wanna make sure, cause at the time we were talking about only the, excuse me, those two.
I think, yeah, I think I was flipping back and forth between 990s. So I just wanted to make that correction. So theirs was not in a, OCCK was not in a non-interest bearing,
Okay,
sorry.
Keith?
Well, I guess I'm here to talk about windows to start with,
Yeah.
or y'all wanna talk about windows? I don't know if I'm gonna talk about windows. I guess what's the plan?
Not necessarily a plan, we just wanna know what, you know, I told them what you told me about. We'd have to, I think you might even told them that too, but
Yeah.
tear out one set.
When we-
Everything would have to be, it would take a good long time to figure out how much it was gonna cost and what it was gonna take to fix.
Yeah, years ago when we had, I don't know who all was here that day, Glass Services and maybe Manco. But they come up and looked with the commissioners, and that's been several years ago. But they really didn't even know how to build these curtain walls, for the building until they took one out. So they wanted to rip a section out so they could even see how to design them. Which means tearing out a whole section and then boarding it up, and then it'd stay boarded up until you fixed it.
Or had something built to put back in it.
Right, because once you tear these out, you're not gonna get it back in, the originals.
And it also said that you might have pictures of
Actually,
things
you
that,
guys, you
that
guys,
wouldn't have to be as much glass.
before I was here, over here, there was like several, and I reached out to Landmark to try to get some more information, and, what's her name, this was coming back this week. But these were the drawings that came up in 19, I think, like 40% reduction in glass, this is all glass.
That's current,
Yeah, this is replacing with all glass. This would be like, I think, a 40% reduction, and then a different percent reduction in glass. Was what they came up with.
Is there any benefit to going with the glass reduction as far as
Oh, yeah,
cost and
there's, well,
efficiency?
efficiency is gonna be big. You're gonna lose a lot less heating and air through, if you don't have as much glass. You got less sun beating on it. The glass is gonna be obviously better, it'll be a double pane. It'll be, argon filled, it'll be tinted to
We'll
reflect.
change the, looks of this significantly if we clean the rock, you know, fireworks to rock or whatever you do to it, sandblast it and. do
Well, that's
some-
just on the north and south ends.
Right,
That's the
I'm
only place
just-
we have limestone. When they tear these, tear these curtain walls out, all that
Marble?
marble's gonna be gone. It's gonna break coming off. You're not gonna just peel it off. It's mortared on, it's not gonna come off easy. It's gonna come off in pieces.
Well, we don't want it to come off in pieces. Tell them we want it off just like it is and we wanna sell it.
Okay, we'll double the price then.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
if there's a possibility, it would be good, but you know, and then,
But-
and some of them might, some of them might not. You know.
would that give a window in every office or not?
Yes, yeah. We
But
would
not-
make sure. that-
Not there,
Not-
cause you'd like,
I mean, it might be over here instead of in the middle.
so.
Cause I mean,
if-
you gotta section it
So
outside.
what's next door to us there, there'd probably be, that would be a window right there, this would be closed, and then on the inside, and that other one would have a window, and the rest of theirs would be closed to the other deal, and that,
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure every office has some.
oh yeah, except Jody's.
And the other things that are, some of the
Yeah.
things that are gonna
Shut her
change,
off.
which nobody's gonna like, is the windows aren't gonna open. I mean,
That was my
they,
next question.
they can open, but they can only open about this far.
Well,
I
it's
mean,
not-
Well, that's all I can open, these, I can't
So,
open.
well, those will
they
open a
at the
long
bottom.
ways.
I guess I can't.
I don't think
but
that there'll
that's-
be as much of a problem
Right.
with,
Well, some people always want them open for fresh air and.
sorry,
But I'm just saying, you're gonna have less opening because of, codes.
well, what they don't know won't hurt them till it happens.
Cause they can't open, I wanna say 4 or 6 inches, I don't remember what it is.
Okay. Well, I just, you know,
But
we talked about it last week, and so we didn't know what you thought we might wanna,
And even if it stays all glass, it's gonna be more efficient because it's gonna be tinted and double paned.
So Keith and I met last year and we kind of put this really short capital improvement plan together. Did you keep a copy of that, Keith?
I didn't bring a copy.
You what?
no. I did not bring a copy of it.
But this was just in case we wanted to do the windows, you know what? And this was all last year, so we haven't talked really how to change that or how you would wanna change that. We did do the sidewalks in 2025. But, in 2026, I guess when we initially talked last year, we said maybe we do half the windows and then half the windows, and maybe that's not even feasible. You have to do all of
It-
that.
Well, I guess on the windows, it depends on what you wanna do. There's a couple of options that and like I said, I've reached out to Landmark to see if they have more paperwork than, I just found this paperwork laying around and is the only reason I've had it for a couple of years, but I went ahead and reached out to them last week, and Sarah Sipe is supposed to be getting back with me, that's who must have worked on it, to see if there's more documentation than I found laying around here, cause I was not involved in this when they did this. We did talk to,
Was it $1 million back then when they proposed it?
it depends on which option. The 40% glass reduction, option one, was $707,000, and I
What
think
year?
that was per side.
what year was that?
Wait, I'm sorry, say that again.
Was
Per side?
$700,000 per side, so.
Per
one-
side,
And when was that?
700 and 700?
Yeah, yeah. 1,478,000.
What year, you tell me?
19.
2019.
I think that's the date on those drawings, yeah.
So that's double by now, probably. I hate to say that, but I know, I bet that's what they,
And the
everybody goes up when
52%.
everything else goes up.
I know.
The 52% reduction, they had 640,000 per side, but they also had north and south entrances in those, and those were already done, so those can come out.
Do they break out how much that
They
is?
didn't have it broke down how much those were on this one. Let me see if they have one.
Do you remember how much the ends cost?
We were at 100 and some thousand, I think. I don't remember, maybe 200.
I think it was two something.
I don't remember right offhand, Scott. Well, it says north and south total is 93,000 on this plan, but, so that 100,000 could come off of that. But again, it was in 19 when this was done. We did use Tyler Garst with Community Building Solutions when we did the electrical project. We could, so some of the options is we could have them come back in and well, I'll talk to Landmark and Community Solutions and maybe one other one, but to get us a better price.
Jackson
They will just do the work. We'd have to have an engineer
engineer, that's right.
or an architect involved, which Community Solutions was a one-stop shop turnkey deal. They'll come in, they'll engineer it, they'll draw it, and they'll do the contracting with whoever. Manco's gonna build it all. I don't care who does the job. The glass
That's
is
where
coming
glass is coming from.
out of Manhattan from Manco. Because Interstate Glass is who did the ends, but Manco built it, Manco put it in, we just paid Interstate Glass, which is a part of Manco, I believe now.
Well,
But like Community Solutions, if I remember right, well, it was, is they'll come in and engineer it and do it all like they did the electrical project, but if you decide not to do it, then they're gonna bill you about $5,000 for their cost.
do you
Well,
think,
that's not a huge cost compared to
do you
1.4
think
million.
if we add, so they have to do the whole kit and caboodle before we could even have somebody do one section and see what it was gonna cost?
Correct.
Would we pay the $5,000 engineering fee, the research fee, and then they
Well,
would tear it apart?
and every company's gonna be different. I haven't talked to Landmark. I know how Community Building Solutions work, and they do a lot of municipalities and counties. and schools and churches. When we work with them on the electrical side, they don't charge you this cost at all if you go through with the project. It's just built into the cost. But
If we pay that $5,000 for them to lay it out, can we use that
It
to
may
bid
not
it
be
with
five,
other
it may be-
it
contractors?
will have their project, it's our project. We pay for it no matter what.
But could we then use that $5,000, whatever it produces, to bid it out to other companies?
I don't know what their rules are.
Okay,
What do you guys think?
what do you think we should do? You think we ought to move forward with what?
And I had talked a little bit, I don't know what funding you're talking about that we even have available.
Well,
There's the building fund that, do we get the 1 million, which is in the, I don't know, $500,000-600,000 range now?
well, we used
But
part of that last year.
there's another fund somewhere.
Well, there's.
About $1
there's a
million,
cap-
isn't it?
The capital outlay at the end of last year was 949,000. And, but I think our building fund went down because we used it for,
Electrical.
yeah.
200 and some?
And we certainly don't wanna deplete those funds.
So
I know
the
that.
building fund is 336 at the beginning of the year. That's unaudited, but 336,000. So it went down a little bit. But, and I think that's all they're potentially, right?
Well, it always gets
Only
to
those
about
two
right
things.
here when
Correct.
everybody's talking and everything's good, and then we see how much it's gonna be, and everybody says,
Right.
we can't afford it. So is there any other, I mean, anything like bonds?
Well, and I don't know, that was something we'd have to talk to whoever about. When we did the expansion on the jail, we went through Archetype out of, what's the architects out of Kansas City, who's done most of the work on the jail. When we did that one, we did a half lease purchase, half bonds. So we didn't have to pay on those for 5 years, and then they're paying on finishing those up now, I think. But as long as you're under a certain amount, it doesn't have to go to vote to do bonds. But I don't know what that threshold is, because we didn't have to send that to vote to get the expansion and safety updates on the jail back then. So whatever those, so you can do,
Well, when we got the debt, the general obligation debt, it was 300,000
on what?
on the jail.
Okay.
On 2018, so 300,000, you're saying that did not go out on the ballot for the?
No.
No, it was another, something else on that.
That project was
6.
1.2
Yeah.
million, and part of that was lease purchase, part of that was bonds. That 300,000 is one payment, I think, on it, was it not?
It was the amount of issue, 300,000.
Well,
I don't remember those numbers, it's been a while, so.
I remember something about that you had something that you only paid interest for several years, and then when that was paid off, then you started paying principal
Correct.
plus interest on this new debt. So I think it was layered that way.
well, let's go a couple more steps into that without costing us any money and see what you get back information-wise from those people.
Okay, well, I'll wait till I hear from her. The problem is, if we're not going to move forward, there's really no sense in bringing a bunch of people in to,
Well, I think.
I mean,
it's
you're gonna end up paying
Well,
architects and.
So who do we talk to about what, like bonds and all the stuff, leach person, all that stuff? Who do we talk to about that?
There's different companies that can provide a bond. We can go out for bid for a bond and see who gives us the lowest interest rate.
I think we first need to figure out the amount that if we don't have to have it on the ballot. So we need to find that amount for next week. And then we can determine based on the cash funds we have and the amount we can go out without being a ballot to see if it's feasible to do it. Otherwise, we're gonna have to make it a ballot question.
Right.
Keith, somewhere I thought I saw a paper in my email, and I can't find it right now, well, it was on the screen, but you had somebody that had given an estimate of plaster and work to redo one of these. It was just an estimate, they won't know until they get tore into it. Did you send that, or did I dream it?
I have never seen one
Okay.
on that. I think the conversation was, last time we had, same way with the ends, since we didn't use, an engineering company and an architect. They just used a glass service company when we did the north and south ends. They don't take care of any of the other damage. They just put their glass in and leave. So anything that's done with plaster or concrete or exteriors on the owner. When we this project will include all of the inside work that has to be done also, because all that's going to have to get torn out. There'll be a lot that has to go into that.
By using the source you used on the end, it ended up working great
Yes, yeah, they came in,
when you said they.
but the ends were a lot easier. Those are what they call storefronts, and these curtain walls are totally different.
So they couldn't, could come in with the window up against those pillars, seal it off or anything,
So I hate to say this, has anybody else that's had curtain walls replace their windows that we can see as a source? Like, whenever this.
there's nothing ever, I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, if you go into Landmark's website or Community Solutions, Building Solutions, most of your architect places have projects that will show where they've redone courthouses and.
With these specific type of walls?
Oh, yeah.
Can you
'Cause
send
there's
us
still-
links to us?
So
So I
I
can
can
look
look,
at
I
it?
can do research and find pictures and stuff, yeah,
Okay.
so, but every one of them's different. The buildings are different, they're newer, that's just it, until they know what they're doing.
Well, I know, yeah, it's just because you say that these walls are different than most construction projects, and if they've already dealt with them, they might know.
I
that
doubt
you're
if they've
responsible.
dealt like anything with this, but I'm sure they've dealt with about everything, but I don't know if anything would be equivalent to exactly like this, I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe.
Maybe.
Who,
I'm
you know
sure.
who built it?
who built what?
Does it ever say anywhere who?
Yeah, it's out on the plaque, but I could look at that.
I don't know, you might, I don't know if a guy could see that,
I've-
if they
and
built,
I've got the
if they
drawing.
built
Some of
one
the
anywhere
drawings.
else.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, if somebody else had to replace some
Yeah.
windows.
If they're still in business from 1955.
That's
yeah.
true.
I doubt if they are, but they might have built another courthouse like this. I was told it was built like Fort Knox.
Well, the building,
Lot of steel.
the building is frame is, you can take every one of these curtain walls out and this building ain't going, they don't hold the building. The post, the steel and concrete hold this building. You can open all this stuff up and you're fine. It's structurally sound, it's just old, and
Well, we could just take the windows out and go with no AC.
there you go. Just put roll-up doors in, right?
Yeah, well, that'd be good. Garage doors.
Keith, would have to be one of these companies that you've been mentioning and reaching out to that would come in. One of them would come in and do the test removal, if you will.
Well, I'm not, one of these other companies may not do anything but bid it and then do it. And then be stuck with whatever they get when they tear it out. I know that Glass Services wanted to tear a section out.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that, this one was gonna use Glassman out of, I don't know if they're out of Hayes or, Hutch, I can't remember. One of these, one's out of Hutch, one's out of Hayes. I think Glassman's out of Hayes, Landmark's out of Hutch. That was their contractor that was gonna do the glass work. So they may just say, we know what we're doing already. I don't know. The only ones that said they had to tear a section out, that I've ever spoke to was Glass Services out of Salina.
I think there was some sort of a thing,
And, Manco.
something about the Hayes Company that had some kind of a hold on us. You know, we couldn't do anything without contacting them first, back when I first started.
And that might be through this Landmark deal.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't have any other paperwork other than drawings and a few little pieces of paper. So
Right.
that's why I reached out to them to see what they have, if they could send it to me so I could look
Okay.
at it a little in depth.
All right, well, let's push it on
Yeah.
So,
till next week and see what happens.
And hopefully I'll have time to get stuff like
And
that before then.
if it's not, tell us and we'll
Okay.
do the next week.
Yeah.
so, so your budget, you do have $425,000 in your budget for the custodial this year? And you've only spent 61,000, so I didn't know if you had, when we talked last year, you talked about that fire alarm or the front. Are you gonna do any of those that are gonna come out of your custodial rather
Well,
than your building fund?
The front wing walls, again, this all works together. If we're gonna do something different, with the windows.
Mhm.
We don't wanna go put in.
Fix that now.
Something like this, it's not gonna match what you're gonna do with
Right,
curtain
right, right.
walls. I mean, it does need done, the wall is leaning,
It's not gonna crumble down.
it's not dangerous right now. It
Okay.
just depends on
Right,
ground settling and weather, I'm guessing.
okay.
But some of the limestone's starting to crumble off, it's aesthetically bad. But if you're gonna redo something here, then there's no sense in spending, $100,000, $200,000 doing that, and then it's not gonna match what you put in
Right.
front.
So,
Well, it's
so this year though, are you still gonna do the fire alarm?
Well, there's another deal that's kinda tricky with the fire alarm. Again, there's a couple of ways to do it, that I probably don't wanna talk about right
Yeah,
now.
that's what you told me, you probably better just talk about it later.
We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
Not in,
Well, I was just trying to,
Okay.
when you talk about how much money we have, he does have a substantial budget in 2026, and I don't know
Maybe
what your
use some of
plans
it's what
are.
she's thinking.
I don't know
well,
what your
and,
plans
and
are.
at the end of the year, what doesn't get used, maybe we could transfer to the building fund
Okay, all right, we'll see.
and build that fund up even more.
Well, that's a good idea.
All right.
'Cause I tried to do that last year and that didn't happen, so,
Did you bring it before us last year?
yes,
You had an excess balance in that account?
a little bit, yeah. We talked about it, and I still hadn't seen about and then we worked on the transfer for the 1 mil,
Okay,
which did get done.
all right.
Thank you, Keith.
And I do have one other thing I need to bring up right quick.
Okay,
What is this? With all the rain and the roads some of the roads washing out, I know the state did do a declaration. So I'd like to go ahead and have you guys sign a disaster declaration for Ottawa County. From like the 17th of May when we started getting all the rain. That way we have one in place in case there
In
is
case we need it.
some recoup to be able to come. And I don't know, I've talked to Chris a little bit about some of the roads up north.
there's none of the whole roads are tore up, but there's
There's always
significant
sections,
damage.
there's always
There's-
sections,
I mean,
right?
it's
Now,
worse than
whether-
I think I've ever seen it since,
Whether it'll reach a
I've been
threshold that
commissioner.
we need, or whether the state reaches their threshold, but I just wanna have the paperwork in place
I
in
hope
case it
they
does.
come up with something, because there's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So are you gonna bring us something to sign? Oh, you have it here?
yeah. So it's just the resolution for a disaster declaration.
Okay,
And does it just have a beginning date, or how does it have,
17th of May.
you don't have to put an ending date?
No.
Date of occurrence.
Well, it's gonna be spread out over,
Yeah.
I mean, our first big rains that we had that flooded, even the basement of the courthouse was May 18th is when it, yeah.
you
Is
got
it- is this-
anything before that?
Is this a standard proclamation?
It's the one we use every time.
And we never have to put an ending date on it?
No.
We just have to say that when it
That's
first
when it
began?
started, yeah. It hasn't ended yet. That's the deal with the disaster. It hasn't ended. Until the roads are redone, that's when it ends, when you're
It may
done.
be a
So
year.
it could be, yeah.
Or two, kinda like FEMA, yeah.
Yeah.
anyway.
And we're gonna get more rain this week, so this is just gonna be a growing thing when it
We
comes
are?
to flooding. That's what I've heard.
Tonight.
You just told me that it wasn't gonna rain anymore.
It's supposed to, no more rain, that's what we want, no more.
That's what farmers wanted rain.
We did.
He's been
Can't say-
praying for that for a
You
very
can't, what is that paper? You gonna sign it?
I was trying to get a resolution number so I could make a motion.
Okay,
I was trying to find the minutes.
no worries.
Our resolution last week was,
Yeah, so, the next resolution number is already been, if you need a resolution number, you gotta go through me.
okay, I just put 26 dash, that's as far as I
Yeah,
got.
so I'm just saying, you would never be able to find it.
So sign that, and then we'll go on
It's
and do the,
2609, cause I already have something set up for 2608.
So I'll move to approve resolution 2609 for,
Is it a resolution or is it a declaration disaster, is it?
he has it as a
Okay,
resolution
okay. I just wanna make sure we weren't
and
having.
proclamation.
Good, make sure it's correct, okay.
So, I move to approve the resolution 26-09 for a proclamation of a local disaster emergency for Ottawa County beginning on May 17th, 2026. to approve it?
I will second that.
Moved and seconded to approve,
Disaster declaration.
disaster declaration of 2609 for Ottawa County, starting with May 17th. Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, thank you, Keith.
Yep.
Is that all you have?
That's all I have for today.
Okay.
So at this point in time, so with the windows, you're gonna reach out and get some other, I'm just trying to get a status here,
I'm
so.
waiting on landlord to call me back to see what other information they have. Like I said, I just found these laying around, and I know I don't have all of it,
And
to
then-
see what they actually have, or if
And
they'll
then
give
you
it to
check
me.
to see for other potential courthouses that have these type of windows.
Right, I can do
Okay.
some research.
Thank you.
if I get time.
I can too if you send me them.
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
Thanks.
Oh, yeah. Well, you can sign it first.
Morning.
Morning.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Morning.
You guys should have those crossroad right-of-way permits.
Yep.
Well, we got one. Were we supposed to get two?
You have two.
Yeah,
So
there's
yeah, there
two.
should be two of them.
One of them didn't come with paperwork, it only came with the drawing, so one drawing with paperwork, and then the second just a drawing.
From the same outfit, just different locations.
Yeah, but we only got the picture of the one.
The other one might.
In the agenda, Carla, in the agenda, there is
Two
one of the
pictures of mine.
notifications. You have a picture and documentation, and then this second picture is the second part of that.
Yeah, we just didn't have this.
Added.
For the
And
six-
that could have been, I didn't
No,
get
that's-
both attachments.
That's
to
page
you.
3 of your agenda, right? Is it this one, Chris?
Yeah, and then 79, I think.
79, we did not get this stuff.
Okay.
78.
And that might have been, I didn't get it attached to the other half of it.
Gas companies doing their normal testing for anomalies and gotta fix stuff, then the shoulder of the road
Okay.
in between.
So they're going under the Kyle Railroad here on,
Sure they are.
Which one?
They
This
can't
one?
go over it.
Is that 79?
it says they're gonna bore under Kyle Railroad
Yes.
tracks. And so,
I wonder if I can
They
get
get
permission to
our-
bore under.
They have to send one to the railroad too. That's just their
So-
plan.
Sorry, I'm gonna stop you. If we wanna let Chris present so everybody can understand what we're talking about here and
Yeah.
talk about what he's doing.
Cause that'll
Looking at
go
stuff
to
that
other
we haven't talked
outfits,
about
it won't
before.
go to just us. Like, I can't say what the railroad can or can't do, or
Yeah, that's
deny
one
or
of our-
grant them access.
Right. Okay.
And one of them's on a dead end road, so it shouldn't affect much, and the other one, they don't think they'll be within the road working area.
the one on Volunteer,
Yep,
the dead end road,
yeah.
and the one on Nugget,
What are we talking about? So I can make notes for the minutes, what are we talking about?
they're asking for a utility use permit
Okay.
for two different locations.
I know, that's what I was trying to figure out, cause we haven't talked about it yet.
Do you wanna talk about it?
It's utility road use permit for one on Volunteer, one on Nugget.
There we go.
Okay.
So Nugget is 110.
All right. Where's the sign it? There's nothing we can do about it. They're gonna do it anyway. So let's sign it.
It's just so we have documentation
Right.
that they're gonna be there, and then that way, if, you know, if they do something and we're
Then
not
we can
happy
come
with
back
it,
on it.
Joe sees it, or I see
Yep.
it, and be like, yeah, you guys need to put more rock back there, you need to come
Right.
add more fill material.
You have something to sign?
It should be
78, I saw.
on the ones I gave her.
There's no signature page.
I got a signature page. I don't know. this it?
Oh, on the back, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think there's a signature page for 78. I have yet to see, was there two separate?
No,
Yeah,
just
two
78.
separate.
And I think I forgot to attach the other part of it to hers.
Yeah, so I was trying to explain, like, the one with the picture and all the documentation
Yeah.
was one,
Yeah.
and then for the second one, we just got that
I
picture.
The second one, what, Tammy?
The second one, we just got that picture.
Okay,
Yeah.
but there was no
We forgot
actual
to attach that
permit.
other piece. Yeah.
No, she has it, but I didn't get it. I must have forgot to
Yeah.
attach it with the picture to
Okay.
Tammy.
All right,
So I'll move to approve the utility use permit, right-of-way and utility use permit number 78 for Northern Natural Gas as submitted.
I will second that.
moved and seconded to approve the Ottawa County Road and Bridge right-of-way utility permit of 78 for Northern Natural Gas. Is there any discussion? All those in favor? Aye.
And then I'll approve, right-of-way and utility use permit for permit number 79 to Northern Natural Gas for the work to be done on Nugget Road.
I'll second it.
It's also to approve the right-of-way and utility permit for 79 on Nugget Road, Northern Natural. Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye. Have you ever done these? So, you know, they said they're gonna put a sleeve in and stuff like that. How does that work?
I've never done one.
Have
but
you
like-
seen them do it?
Mhm.
So how do they do it?
They just bore it.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah,
Because it's a, you need to go watch
it is pretty
if you
wild.
wanna know.
So will we have to sign another permit then for 79?
Yeah, it's,
Separate.
It's right there.
Yeah,
It's
it's
over
over
there. Yeah, no, she's got it.
yeah, no, that was my fault.
Okay. No blood, no foul.
We used to have this thing in the city, in Marysville, that they call it cured in place piping, where they put a liquid in
Mhm.
inside the sewer tube, and then it adhered to the surface,
Seen some videos
and you
on
lined
that.
it.
We've done that to our
And I think
jail.
we went and watched some deals where they did that to Coldworks, didn't
No, we did it right here.
Yeah,
What, the sewer from the
down in the
courthouse, right?
basement,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I was just wondering how they do,
Theirs is completely different.
We'll, tell you what, when you get a chance, ask them if I can bore under with my irrigation. Joe, you can talk to him for me, can't you?
Now you know all the talking you want.
I forgot one, didn't
Yeah.
I? Oh, Joe. All right. There we go. Anything else? Is this all you got, or you got another?
One more thing.
Before
Two more things, but.
before we move on, I got one small thing about you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got two, goddamn, I guess go on.
We had a guy interested in doing some part-time mowing for us. He used to mow for Saline County. They're no longer doing it. So I didn't know.
No
if that-
longer part-time?
Yeah, they're no longer doing any part-time stuff over at Saline County. I don't know.
have you reached out to all their workers?
I don't know how many they had. So he called us, asked if we'd be interested, and I told him I'd come talk to you guys, see if it was something you guys wanted to do again.
Wow, I think that's
Well,
great.
I think maybe
didn't
it
know
ought
if
to be
you
in my area,
I did,
cause it was in hers last year.
It'll just cover ground.
well, so,
You got your hole done 3 or 4 times, and I never got anything done last year.
They tell you they'll probably be on the blacktop.
Fine with me, I don't care.
so,
That's good by me.
so you haven't hired anybody else part-time yet for
No,
mowing?
Not this year, no.
And
What
so
do you
this
need,
guy
permission?
approached
Go
you?
ahead.
And so does, I mean, I'm only half serious asking him if he has other coworkers that would be willing to do it.
I would have to ask, I don't know.
I would ask him, because we have more than,
And I don't know
we
with
have
the.
3 mowers, right, that we're leasing?
Yes, but I don't also know, with the pay scale, what that pays out and if I can afford it.
For a second mower, part-time?
Yeah,
or-
I don't know what it pays, so I don't know.
Well, in my opinion, and I know you guys probably disagree with me, but when we're paying somebody and they're not getting any benefits, they ought to get paid a little bit more money, but
Is that built
that's
into
my
the
opinion,
wage
but
study?
I may be wrong.
Yeah.
Well,
part-
anybody else can do it.
Oh, sorry.
Is part-time,
They ain't getting no benefits, they ain't getting no insurance, not nothing,
is part-time
if
people
they're worthy.
who don't receive benefits have
No.
Maybe Skippy.
an increased salary because
I
there's
know.
no benefits?
I will double check the article before I answer that, but it is my impression that our benefits are built into the,
Wage study?
wage study.
And so hopefully, when we hire a part-time person, that it would compensate for not having benefits? You can ask.
Just find out, let him know.
So are you guys confirming he can hire the part-time position, and then are you opening up for possibly putting it out for hiring more? Is that what you're wanting?
I don't,
Is that
I don't
what
know
you
how
guys are
much it-
wanting?
Well,
gonna
as
pay
far
out
as,
to know if I can
the
afford
reason
it.
she's asking that
Yeah.
is for HR purposes,
right.
to list it probably.
So-
Does it have to be listed?
Well, we can list it, but, I mean, we can list it out, but I'll find out pay, that way Chris can determine if he can afford it, and then we'll
Okay.
take it from there. We
All
can
right,
take care of
let's
that.
approve.
Can I say something? When you say you can afford it,
That he doesn't have that much money in his,
So,
in his budget line,
right.
well, I mean, we do need to get the mowing done. And
Right. Well, there's got other people running mowers.
Yeah,
They're not,
they're
they're not all
mowing.
set.
Graders are still, we can't just
We
hire
don't
everyone
just-
to run mowers.
Yeah, we don't
gotta
just
have more graders
part-time
in
mow
there.
and that's it. The grader guys mow.
Yeah.
Joe mows sometimes if he can.
Where, I need a picture.
Chris, what's the minimum age, or maybe this is a Tanya question, what's the minimum age when you put somebody out there on a mower?
My guess would be
You can't-
18,
18.
but that's a
18
question
with
for
tractor
her.
safety.
Yeah.
A what?
18 with tractor safety.
Yeah. So maybe
Okay,
high
so what do
school
we need
kids
to,
going
we're getting off the bill here. Let's do it. Let's approve it.
do you need a motion to approve him to hire?
Just go ahead.
We just, consensus of council.
Right.
Okay, thank you for that. What's the next?
I got one quick one
Hi,
that
Miller.
came last minute. I got 2 dilapidated housing permits that have been brought to me. Dave's walked through both of them. Joe went with him on some. They were last minute.
So what is this doing?
So this one is tearing down a house. This one is also tearing down a house. And we don't get these very often, but what it is you can apply to get a reduced rate, which is half off the tonnage. So that's $60 a ton. If they haul it to the landfill, it costs them $30.
So,
And this is just something.
if they're going to build back,
Well, they don't have to build back on the reduced, but if they wanna do refunded, they do have to build back within, I think it says a year, and that's only up to
Okay.
$1,500 reimbursed.
so they can get half off if they don't build back,
Yes,
but they can get the full up to a certain,
up
okay.
to 1,500 on reimbursement.
Chris, I know there's some money available, there was at one time through North Central Regional Planning for that demo of dirt program. Do you know if they applied to that?
I know, I have one down there that she's waiting on to see if she's gonna get accepted for it. These 2, I don't know that they did apply or didn't.
We're talking about houses that broke.
Yeah, the one is the house that burnt, and the one's actually just a block west of here.
I just wanted to be sure they knew that there was help available,
Right.
Right.
you know, let them
Right.
decide.
And they may have issued that to,
Yeah.
you know, and grants have been accepted for it. I don't know on that when those were gonna be issued or how long.
Yeah,
Cause I know they were a little different than the last one that they put out.
yeah, it's a little different structure to it,
Mhm.
a little more skin in the game for the
Yes.
landowner. But
So while we're
Do they
waiting.
need, I'm sorry, do they need to approve those by motion?
I need to just have one of them sign it.
Okay, so you guys probably need to do a motion to approve.
This has all our names on it.
Right, there's that front page, one needs to sign it.
So do you track to make sure that they get it done within that time frame they're required to?
Like the tear down,
Well, you said they had to rebuild within a certain amount of time. Is that your responsibility to make sure they do that?
usually they don't pick that, that's the only one that's picked that in a long time. Usually they do the reduced rate and some build back, some never do. I never did when I did mine,
But you
So
can get
yours-
half off the total.
off the tonnage. Yeah.
Wow. That's gonna be a good deal for one person. I think there are a lot of tons up there.
Yeah. Yeah, there
More I
was.
heard. All right.
So, I guess I'll move to approve the disposal of the dilapidated housing program application number 47 for 419 West Fourth for the reduced rate at the landfill.
I will second that.
It's moved and seconded to approve the dilapidated housing 50% cost reduction on, what is it, permit 47, and it's for 419 West 4th Street. Is there any discussion?
419 or 417?
It
The
says
address.
419 West Fourth is
419,
what it says.
okay.
419, is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Hey, Chris, this application, has this attached to it?
Yes, that was one of the old ones.
So they've already done it?
Yes. No, they haven't actually pulled it down, that was just one of the old applications. This would be the new, 48 would be the new style application. This would,
So have they approved this already?
approve the.
Well, this shows that it was signed on 2018.
Yes, that's been those, basically it's the same thing, the only thing that changes is the tonnage in there.
Price wise.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
What's wrong?
Well, one of the applications already has signatures by the prior commission, and I was trying to
And?
Well, isn't there a time frame they have to do it by? Or was this house in neglect since 2018?
No, that's, all this is just the disposal program.
So in essence, this should have been attached to this.
It
Do I
is.
understand?
No, it's a change of dollars on how much they're gonna get charged. This is just to show what that was, what this price was back then, and it's changing.
Right, that's all it is, everything reads the same in there, except for the tonnage price for the reduced. The refund word's the same.
Okay, I would just have expected this to be attached to that if this is what we're approving, that's all it is. Okay,
Yep.
so did we approve 47 or 48?
You guys did 47.
Okay, so I'll move to approve the disposal of dilapidated housing program permit, application number 48 for the location being 414 West 5th Street as requested.
I will second it.
So I don't have to sign anything on this, you're just gonna have
Just
Scott sign
one
the front.
commissioner has to sign.
It's moved to approve 48, and it's at 414 West 5th Street. Is there any discussion? All those in favor? Aye.
picture on the front.
Okay. You said I need something, right?
Yeah, they're by Dave's, it should say Commissioner.
Oh, yeah. Okay, do I just sign the top one?
Okay, thank you.
It's not the top page, it's the top.
Top
deal.
form. Don't have to sign the second. Okay.
Okay,
Okay, thank you.
I had a couple questions. Leland Davis contacted me about if there would be room next to the emergency management building out there at the office, or out there at the lot yard, put a shipping container
Does,
beside it
yeah,
for storage for the museum.
like, is it anything, like, crucial, or do you know? I mean, I don't, I think if we put it on that, well, I guess it'd be that south side.
Do some tree trimming, cut some trees out, but
Right, I mean, I don't think it would be a problem. I don't know how big of a container. You
Probably
know.
40 foot long by
Right.
whatever, you know, they are wide, 12 foot wide.
I don't know that it can be insured is the only thing I might just point out.
That's,
I just don't
I
know.
don't think that's a problem.
Now, are we talking at the lot out here east of town or up on Mexican Strip?
Out here.
Out here, okay.
Yeah, I think they would
Yeah,
prefer it to be locked up.
Yeah, yeah. would
And
be,
if he gets
yeah.
some more specs on it for sure, I mean, I don't think there'd be a problem, but.
Okay, well, I'll tell him to get a hold of you.
Mhm.
Okay, with, when I was going through the bills, I don't know if this has anything to do with, or whether you can do anything about it, or if we need to contact him, but the bill from, Greg Jackson for the Richland Township had, it's page 79, that, the guy out there from Wells, what's his name, Hall's from?
Levi.
His bill had $450 surcharge for fuel, just listed out, and then underneath, $7,000. One, it just says one load, which it's not, but that's all he had listed. And I think he needs to, you know, itemize how many loads he had.
Right, yeah.
So, when Greg Jackson signed it and sent it in, so
Right.
I don't know.
I mean, that's something those two need to.
Right.
I can get with one of them, tell them.
Unless you want to call him, Greg?
Call Greg is it Jackson, right?
Did you see it?
I saw the accounts payable come through, he just wants to question the fuel surcharge,
Well,
is that right?
that, and then it just says $7,700 for one, it says one load of rock, but that ain't right.
And that's a township bill though,
Yeah.
Yeah,
so they'll have to go through the township, we just hold their money, so if they approve
It went through the township already, and he signed it,
Right,
but I don't think that's,
they're their own governing board, there's something we'll have to, you can talk to them.
well, I
if they have
guarantee you,
a board
that's not,
decision
that's
to-
just about as, left-handed as it comes if you just put down one load. I used to get a bill from a guy that worked on my combine, said 4,500. Never told me anything he did to it. That's not right. And I don't do business with him anymore. So, they need to be, and so if you want me to call Greg Jackson, I will.
You would have to, cause they have their own governing board, so if they choose to pay it, we don't have any control over paying.
I don't care, I
it.
don't care what his problem is, it's not right.
It needs to be documented a little
Yeah.
better.
And then there was nothing on the rest of those that said that they got any rock.
right.
So, there's nothing to go back to, and
Well, and they,
Add
I
'em
mean,
up.
whoever's hauling that rock should wanna put down an itemized invoice anyways of how many loads they
Okay.
hauled and probably miles and location, you know, is what a lot of them
Mhm.
that, I mean, not necessarily for us, but some of them that me and Joe see through FEMA and stuff.
Right.
That they detail it like that. I
Right.
mean, and then that way,
So is
you know, if
anybody
they
else-
have a disaster, it doesn't show up as a $7,000 rock load.
Yeah,
And, you know,
how do you prove where it went or
Right.
what it was?
I think that-
it would be better for them.
I think
to-
that'd be the more important conversation to have is for FEMA disaster and things like that. Us being able to show, estimating how much rock and fuel is actually gonna cost for X amount of miles of road.
And
You
at
think
least
you would be
what
better
mileage.
at that than me?
I can say something and say the commission is requesting that you do that. I just
Let me
wanna-
know, would you try it first and then if it doesn't work?
Yeah, absolutely. I just wanna caveat they're elected too, and so if they choose not to do it, there's nothing we can do, but I think they'd be very receptive, and if we,
Cause I could talk to him too,
Yeah,
like Tammy
I'll
said, and give my
Greg.
opinion on it.
Cause I mean, FEMA was just gonna look at that and say,
But, I mean, after that, they're gonna want us to chase it down.
yeah,
You
all
know.
of it.
Right.
So, and what about surcharge on fuel? Is anybody else in charging?
We don't get anything like that. If they do,
So
they
it said
build it
$450.
into the price.
It said $450, and then it
Right.
just says one surcharge for 450. So I don't know if that's $50 a load. How many loads you do?
Right. Yeah, I mean, if we get
So-
that stuff, it's built into whatever they
Well, that's what I
send
would think I
us.
would
Yeah.
do.
Not a separate line.
Right.
So,
Well, I know Greg, I can reach out to him.
did you see it?
I did.
Or I can show you.
No,
I've got it
I
pulled up
did,
on my
and I
computer.
will, I'll be happy to, he's in my district, and I know
Okay.
Greg, so I'll reach out to him.
so who all do we want, 'cause I don't think he wants.
I
three of
will
us
do
calling
it,
him.
send, I
Okay.
take it off your desk,
Yeah.
I'll do it.
I just don't want 3 people calling the guy.
Okay.
But I think it'll lie with the trucking company and better documentation, at least how many loads, and then it's up to the township to say where those loads went if they want to.
Yeah. And there wasn't any, thing from the quarry place to back it up where you could try to,
Right.
Right.
Yeah, no load numbers, no.
Yeah, he
no
should be
rating.
getting one of those. The township will get one. I mean, and it might break it out, you know, a little bit more to match up with that other
Okay.
bill.
Yeah,
Well, Greg's pretty responsible with their
Yeah.
funding, so I think that
yeah,
I can communicate that to you.
yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Well, I'll have Leland call you.
Okay.
So do we get a new update on projects next week?
Yeah,
Since
we're
it's
gonna be
been a month.
working on flooding. That's probably the best update I can give you.
All
You
month?
know what? A lot of it's in my district.
All month, it's gonna take all year. I mean,
It's a
getting
mess.
asphalt and everything in, we won't be able to reclaim that many miles in a month. It's bad.
We haven't even got our project finished at 290th and Windmill yet.
Yeah, like this pretty well stopped
This-
everything we
They
planned
got
on
an
doing.
inch and a half of rain last night up there.
And then more forecasted for tonight. I mean, that's honestly, like, that is the update. I
That's-
mean,
We're gonna be fixing roads and all
we're
rock.
gonna be working in other projects where we can in there, you know, with entrances and stuff, but, I mean, and asphalt, but that's gonna take,
I mean, there's,
Joe will get with the blade guys and be sending trucks everywhere for
right.
a month, easy, if not longer, and then getting guys out there to reclaim stuff and and then still at that time documenting damage.
Fixing
How
ditches.
do, I guess we'll talk to, not Marie, we'll talk to, have Miller find out what FEMA might, what their threshold would be about. But we've got a lot of damage. And so Keith was in here earlier, I don't know if he told you.
No, I
He was
haven't got briefed on that.
Okay, he came in here and, we passed a resolution for that,
For disaster
for
declaration.
for disaster declaration.
We ought to at least welcome our newest member, or newest resident of
I figured
Ottawa.
we
We're
got
not,
during
we're not done yet, so we will in a minute.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you guys done?
Yeah, I don't have, that was everything we had. I don't know if you guys have anything else, so.
Yeah,
Oh, there's a lot.
yeah, good
There's a
luck.
lot. But
I mean,
that
the highway is washed out.
Oh, yeah.
That was the highest I've ever seen that in my life. It was
It's
over the top of his mailbox.
Yeah, and I haven't, I mean, it's probably been 15 years since I seen it come over there.
Yeah,
Where are you talking about?
No.
On 41 highway.
that's a state. but
Yeah, glad that-
ruined
It went across our blacktop as well,
Right,
Yeah,
north of there, but
yeah.
was that just north of 41 down in that low?
North of
area?
my house.
yeah, north.
Yeah,
of
that's
us.
Eric's, but
Yeah.
north of my house, it was across.
Oh, gosh.
It's just a bad deal.
Yeah,
It was pretty well, pretty
Yeah.
much countywide instead of
More
just
rain, right?
hit and
Yeah.
miss.
Well, Joe, I'm not gonna pray for it to stop.
We're gonna do a rain dance when we leave here.
So, I bet you are. You can go ahead and lie if you want.
Ain't no lying.
We were traveling down Highway 135. One place I saw water standing in a corner of a field, and down the road, 100, 200 yards on the same field was a dust devil blowing.
Oh, yeah,
It's just-
there's,
Goodness.
Joe and I went and drove some of them the next day after 4 inches of rain up there, and we were, beating dust down,
Mhm.
but it came that hard and fast.
Yeah.
So, have you met Miller?
I have not.
Okay, this is Miller Carnes. He's our new emergency management.
Chris.
Good to
That's
meet you.
Chris Smith and Joe Mullen,
Good to meet you, sir.
and, we're,
I figured we'd do an introduction during the department head meeting when I have everybody up here, and then we'll be showing him around too. He's just filled out paperwork, he's got here, filled out paperwork, and comes to the meeting,
okay.
so.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
Joe.
Have a wonderful day, Joe.
All right.
Love you, brother. I need a 5-minute break.
Okay.
5 minutes.
That's why you guys take a 5-minute break.
Is that all right?
Yeah, I just got through everything now.
I got a call this week from the Weedle family, and they wanted to donate to the county a hand-carved eagle that Martin Nunn hand-carved, and they wanted me to make a decision immediately, and so I graciously accepted it. Let me show you this picture, and you'll probably agree, but it, I thought it's set down here in the,
Foyer?
yeah. Yes. It doesn't have the glass right now. They had to break it when the house burnt to get the eagle out of there.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It is. I thought with the 250th year too, it'd be wonderful sitting there.
Yeah.
But anyway, they would like us to have it. So,
Can you spell Martin's last name? Who can correct?
N-U-N-N.
That's what I thought, but I wanna verify.
okay. Okay, Carla.
Okay, I thought I had a copy for Tammy. Anyway, last week, there's 2 copies for you. Oh, there, I do.
Can you just give,
So this, I put in the packet, one's for.
did you give us one? Was this one of these?
It might have been in the packet, so that's what Commissioner Graham.
All right.
So, there's only a slight change. One was, in 2024, adding, one of my little, trying to find the one that was in there. This is an updated one. So, last week, Tony gave us that information on 2024, and I just wanted to put it in a format we could read it and compare it to 2025. One number on the second page, the formula got changed, so this is the correct one, what you have now. And it shows, the expenses for 2024, 2025.
Right.
Estimated 26 and 27. That's all information he gave us. So I just wanted you to have it so that when we did the budget worksheet, you could see it.
Okay.
The only weird thing or unaccountable thing I would say would be in 2024 on that second page where, when you have beginning cash, you add revenue, you reduce expense, and you should have ending cash. There's a discrepancy there from 2024. I have emailed that to him and asked him about it, but I haven't got any follow-up yet.
How much?
On that second page, that
I know where, yeah.
that 24,000,
Oh,
right
fine.
there,
I got
yeah.
you.
So, I'm not worried about the 25 or 31 bucks, but, the 24,000, just, accountability
Sure.
and resources that we give them.
Yeah.
Right.
And again, he only gave us the one number, that 369 number, and that's why that's the only thing in the 2027 column.
All right.
I guess I should point out one other thing on this, which I think he's very optimistic on, or I feel, but it's his business. On the patient reimbursement on the first page, if you see those totals there, you show it's 54,000 in 2024, and then 25 is 84,000, and he's estimating 142 for 2026. That's a big hike, but again,
I
those
don't know
are his.
have they started doing more transfer stuff to try to make up for that? I'm just curious, just asking, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, those are just his numbers.
Right.
I wonder if they're on track for that, like, we're almost 6 months through the year, if he would be at $60,000 or $70,000 for his patient income this
You
year.
would sure hope that he would be,
Yeah.
if
That would be
that's the case.
interesting. Did you see that figure, Carla,
Uh,
for year-to-date?
The year-to-date 2026.
Yeah, year-to-date 2026. Cause I can estimate I'm gonna be a millionaire at the end of the day, but I
Are
don't
you?
think it's gonna, well, I'd like to think I will, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I just wondered what he was basing it on.
Right.
might be.
Well,
but
I
I'm not
should
really
say,
sure.
all he did was, on that one, is he just gave us this schedule, remember? That's all
Right.
he gave us.
Yeah.
And, for 2026, that's all I'm pretty sure that's all I have.
Right.
I have the whole detail for 2025 and 2024 now,
Mhm.
but I did not have any detail for 2026 and was just relying on his number there.
Right. Okay.
But just when we go to do the budget on Friday, I wanted you to have everything I had in a way to read it.
Right. Thank you.
And I did send it to him, so. But again, these are revised from what was in the packet because of that one
Right.
formula error. So this is a correct one.
All right. You sleep?
Excuse me?
Said you sleep?
Yeah, yeah, why you?
Well, I'm just curious. Got a lot of papers copied here.
A lot of papers copied here.
Yeah. I mean, I did notice that your computer was on your desk this morning, so I know that you slept one night.
That's right.
Unless you're on your phone.
If I have my meeting ready, the computer's on the desk. If it means I'm not, if it's not here, that means I'm still working on it on Sunday.
Or
You
your poor
figured out-
husband, your poor husband.
I figured out the ways of, well, he works on Saturdays, so,
I meant Sundays. Anyway.
Sunday's the Lord's Day, yeah, I
Yeah.
hate to do that.
All right. So, you here for the department head meeting, Russ?
Yeah. I just heard it punctual.
Okay.
If you're early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late.
Yeah, that's exactly right. They're all kicked out. Bill Snyder's time would be, you'd be there at 9:15, and you're late then, and it's supposed to be at 9:30.
Always been like this.
My son learned that, and he come home during harvest for a week, and there was nothing on schedule, and it just drove him nuts. What are we doing tomorrow? I said, depends on if it rains. Is what bat crap crazy. All right, go ahead. You got something else you want to talk about, Carla?
Well, I have another schedule if you want me to jump down and do it. I was gonna
Your
have,
clerk's comment?
I was gonna do it in commissioner comments.
Yeah, that's what I
But,
meant. Go ahead. Swell her up.
you want me to?
So do we need to call everybody, or what do we need to do?
No, we'll have to just wait till 10, so we should fill it, we got enough stuff to fill it 30 minutes.
Oh, it is at 10?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought I read 9:30. Go ahead.
I have another spreadsheet, I know you love my spreadsheets, but, I just thought it was interesting, and I thought I'd share it, because when I get it, I think we should all see it. I try to always make a copy for Tammy, so there's two different pages here, and I was sent,
It's funny, so you know about the meetings.
I was sent that spreadsheet
There.
Thank you.
that shows all counties, and it was a 10-year analysis, and it says county change in total employment, population of property tax for that 10-year period. This one up here.
This come from the Bureau of Labor.
And it, well, the source of that document was the Sentinel, which is produced by the Kansas Policy Institute, and it's based on the Bureau of Labor Statistics. So I put that up there so you guys knew the source of where I was pulling the
Right.
data, because I didn't prepare this spreadsheet. But anyway, so I decided what I wanted to see is how Ottawa County was doing. So when I look at this, the first column was on jobs, and for that 10-year period, Ottawa County lost 6% of the jobs, and as much as I hate that, it's probably more optimistic than I thought it would be. But I know it's only 10 years. But anyway, but we were.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you here. I'm surprised about that, because there's a lot of things that have happened in the last 10, maybe it's longer than 10, but we lost several businesses. It would have surprised me, I mean, like, that would have been before 10 years ago. Lost track of my mind there, but anyway. I was
Yeah, so
thinking
I'm
about
just-
car dealership and Eldo and everything, but yeah, anyway, that was
Yeah.
long ago.
So I'm just looking at that 10-year gap. So then I looked at it and said, how many of these counties have greater than a 6% job loss? And there were 60. So, with 105 counties in Kansas, so Ottawa County was better than 57% of the other counties. So I thought, well, that's pretty good because there's a lot of rural counties that are struggling, right? So we're doing better than 57% of the other counties in Kansas based on the information provided. So then the second column was on
Did you have Tammy Williams?
Yeah,
I'm
I
sorry,
did.
okay,
Thank
all right, go on, sorry.
And so the next column is on population, and for that 10-year period, our population decreased 3%. So I didn't think that was too horrible, but then so then I looked at all the other counties, and there were 55 counties that had losses greater than the 3%. So we were better than 52% of the counties in population declining over that 10-year period. So you track that?
Yeah,
So I'm saying, okay, we're holding our own in rural counties in Kansas from both of those two. Now, the third one was the change in property taxes, and it said that our change in property tax was 44%. And so then I said, so how are the other counties doing? And there were 42 counties that increased more than 44%. So this is the only one that we were less than a 50% on. So we were better than 40% of the counties' property tax increases. So I felt like we held our own in the first two categories in jobs and population, but on property tax, I guess I'm just saying this to say, I think we should aim higher. And I know we're looking at flat numbers, we're just looking at numbers. You have to look at each individual county, each county is different. I get that, but this is county to county comparisons. And the weird thing is, I looked at, there was only 7 counties that had property tax increase over that 10 years. And I'm thinking, wow, that's a really small number, only 7. So I listed those 7 counties there, and if you notice, most of them have really high mill levies. So I'm thinking, okay, if they have really high mill levies, it's easier to get a reduction than a low mill levy. Does that make sense? And their value, but a lot of them have really low valuations, and 2 of those 5 had wind farm revenues. And so that would help explain why they had a decrease in property tax revenues.
I think Kearney has gas,
You mean?
Kearney County.
So you're saying in that 10-year period, they started having something that they didn't have before? I'm just asking that
Only
question.
reason
And they have a low valuation, so you may be right that they have a lot of gas lines go through there to keep their mill levy at 105, which sounds high, but with a valuation 83 million, so you might be right that they have,
my brother-in-law used
A
to live there, is the
utility
only reason I thought him telling me that. But anyway, go on.
yeah, so anyway, I guess I wanted, since I received it and I made this analysis, I just think it's something for us to keep in mind about how our county's doing, and going forward. So, another non-sleep. Right, Scott?
I guess.
But I guess I just thought it was important going into the budget season.
Right. So, your determination here then,
What's your takeaway?
yeah, you think?
My takeaway? Well, my takeaway is I'm grateful that we're holding our own in jobs and population compared to other counties. And my takeaway is, if we have an opportunity to do better on property taxes, to do it. I guess that's my takeaway. And that's why I kind of broke it down. If you look at that analysis down there, I went from 35% to 43%, so you see that number of 14.
Where are you at?
The third
column,
category.
Okay.
See where I broke it out, where the number of counties with property taxes increasing 35 to 43%, there were 14. So I was thinking, man, we just need to turn a little bit to be in that better category, to be consistent with our population and jobs. Just trying to make Ottawa County better. Be aware. Statistics.
So, to make any difference in the property tax, how much would we'd have to cut? A lot, wouldn't we?
Well, if we do get a sales tax, it would decrease property taxes.
Right,
Right.
right, yes.
And, I did do an analysis of, counties that
It
have.
would? Wait a minute, how much do you think it would?
Well, if we did a full 1% and we got the entire sales tax and compensating use, I mean, it could be as much as 6 mils. That would be the not quite, 5, I'll say maybe 5. But that's, if we are consistent with what, well, no, we have 450 right now, but yeah, compensating use. So I had a schedule, did I show you the schedule that showed, I did, didn't you? To show the sales tax plus the compensating use portion was about
Right.
600,000.
Yeah, right.
So ideally, it could save as much as 5 mils, right?
Or maybe 6.
Well, we have valuations over.
I'm gonna say, I thought the point of that was to help fund EMS so we didn't have to raise it anymore.
Well,
So it's not
so that's
decreasing it,
true. That
It's
would
keeping
be,
us from raising it.
that's true. But I'm just saying, I've always had it in my heart that maybe we can do both. And it's an alternative.
Right.
Of course, the alternative is the increasing values. And not to go on a huge sidebar, Dwayne, but I did watch.
Come on in, sit down, Trish.
I did watch that video that you gave,
Oh. from
that you
Oklahoma?
sent, that, about Oklahoma. And, you know, the increase in their tax base was huge, right?
Right.
$2 billion, we're talking big
But
money.
we're not finding any, I mean, Dwayne doesn't seem to be finding anybody that's too positive about it.
Yeah, so,
Am I-
Yeah, that's the only place I found it positive.
oh,
and-
this was your only positive
And
comment?
my contact in the Kansas Department of Commerce. And, I get other emails, but I get a lot of people just asking questions, and my concern is they've got old, outdated information. They don't have facts, it's fear mongering, it's very similar to, I don't know how to explain it, but it's not, it's the same negative information that AI is regenerating, and it is kicking back out in a little bit of different form, a little bit of different verbiage with a different town or different person, and I don't think there's that much negative to it. There are concerns that I've heard, maybe there are contaminants in the water that are circulated through a data center and then put back into our streams, but
Yeah.
KDHE has to regulate that, so they've gotta be
But-
clean.
There's not very many people, well, there are, but there's a lot of people who don't have any faith in KDHE.
Well, that's
you know.
true. That's
So I
true.
don't know what to think about it. I mean, and I was talking to Carl this weekend, you know, about, solar
Mhm.
stuff, and it was Ellis County's putting in 1,200 acre. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to solar, if it was ground that was not,
Income producing?
that was not, you know, any good at all. I mean, it was not producing anything, but I don't think we have any of that in Ottawa County, but there probably is out in Ellis County. I mean,
I think it's always pasture. That's a good fallback to it, you know, and can they
well, you
safely-
say that are any cattle producers?
Well, yeah, can they safely graze cattle around solar panels? I don't
No,
know.
they have to have it blocked off.
Yeah.
I don't know, that was just one thing we were talking about, but this, you know, you talk about 1,200 acres out of, around here, I don't think it'd fly. I just don't think it would.
Yeah, and that article from, was that you, Pryor Creek? Oh, no, that was the Senate. Was this yours, Pryor Creek, Oklahoma,
Mhm,
right?
Yeah, that was
And,
it.
you know, it kinda is scary when you saw that you used $1 billion of water, a billion gallons,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, billion gallons
What
of
if there's
water.
any way we could put one on that where it's flooded? 300 acres of flooded ground, I mean,
Honestly, they're talking about putting some up, China is talking about putting them on the ocean floor. And they build the capsule around it, and the cooling of the shell is just naturally, you know, it's
Well, good for
70-degree
China.
environment.
But they don't worry about contamination of their water anyway.
no, they don't.
No, they don't. They're,
So,
yeah,
you know, we're kind of in a different
yeah,
place, although we all have the same water, right, in the earth.
yeah.
But anyway, I did read through that article and,
Uh-huh.
If it's done right, and I don't know that I or anybody here in this room has the expertise to do it right, we need a consultant to do it right. We need somebody knocking on the door saying, yes, I wanna come to Ottawa County. We need to have the landowner ready, which I don't know if we have any landowners that are willing to commit.
I don't think, I mean, I may be, you might be surprised, but
And the Senate bill, that's SB 98, I mean, it was definitely, directed towards large-scale data centers, which I think when you brought it, it was always, you were thinking of a small-scale data center. And this one, you know, is what the state requires of large-scale ones, but it doesn't really do anything for the small-scale ones, so we'd really have to be on our toes to make sure.
Yeah, I'm anxious to hear the zoning that we can get redone to this and the stipulations that can be put in place to regulate data centers, noise, water consumption, cooling, footprint, power consumption, you know, all of these are unknowns right now. As far as I know, power consumption, they bring their own generating plant, whatever it might be. The northeast corner of the county would be ideal. We've got the intersection up there, the power line, we've got the intersection of a natural gas line. So they could generate their own power, they could attach any excess onto that Southwest Power Pool power line. It would be in a fairly unoccupied or low populated area of the county. There's a multitude of options, but without moving forward a little bit, we just don't know what they'll be, what they'll look like.
Well, so, based on that comment, are you anticipating our new zoning regulations to address specific data center concerns?
Yes,
You
I am.
are.
And
And
oh,
did Truett tell you that?
yes,
That there would be a section
yeah,
addressing?
that's the intent. That
Now, we haven't really, what's this, maybe Truett's not here, but
No.
do you know what
guys
the?
need to vote on the moratorium for data centers, if that's what you want it to be, to put in zoning regulations. Is that what you're talking about?
Well, I guess I wanted to ask if Truett had started, what I understood from our budget discussion was that the update of the zoning regulations or the comprehensive plan, I should say, hasn't even been started
Right.
to think that those regulations were in there. You desire them, but you don't know if they are, or?
Right, we want to, whoever we contract with for the update of the zoning regulations will have that stipulation in there to address the alternate energy, data centers, whatever else we might encounter. Look into the crystal ball and see what's coming down the road 10 years, you know, we're still gonna fall short. But that's what we need to address right now. We have limited, I wanna say, I hesitate to use the word protection, but if a data center was to come in this afternoon and want to build in Ottawa County, they would have to apply for a special use permit through the zoning regulations. They can look at what we've got on the books right now, but as far as how far to put it from a house, you know, regulation, speculations, output of noise, how many decibels they're gonna allow, it's all an unknown quantity for us right now.
Yeah.
well, we'll have to cross them toes.
It's at 98, Senate Bill 98. Yeah.
Any other?
Do you want all my comments before we
Just,
get
well,
started?
I mean, if you can get them out in 10 minutes, just well.
So, just so you know, I've met with Ada and we're basically done. We're just reading, there's two oh, I should ask this question. Last year, remember when we did the fire district budgets and we had them all on one? And then they had one R&R meeting, for the combined? And we talked last year about having them each separate. You guys are gonna agree to file it that way, right?
Right.
Okay, so, because of that, it's gonna put a little bit more work on Tammy because we have to have valuations separated in the 6 districts.
They already are, so when I give valuations, they're always separate.
So you'll have those from, so because.
Not anytime soon.
Okay, so, yeah, so I'm waiting on 24, 25, and 26 valuations to complete the document, and the R&R.
So let me clarify because of that. You won't have them soon because, and I will talk about during my clerk comments of some things we've run into, so again, they won't be anytime soon. Are you asking me what that is? Would you like me to clarify for you what that is? We had a school district closure that's never been done in the state, so there are 3 of us counties trying to figure out and work our way through it. It's definitely helped with the process. Normally I have out-of-county values out by Friday. I worked all day yesterday. I have to redo state assess for different taxing units, create different taxing districts. We had to actually create a new taxing unit. So again, valuations will not be out as early as possible because of a school closure.
Okay, so anyway, I have all the numbers, that's what I'll say. I have all the budget numbers from Ada, so I'm ready to go once I get these valuations and the R&R numbers. And then Culver's the same way. I have Culver done and Tescott is done. Minneapolis is in the process. We're pretty close. We have some, I sent an email out to Mike and hopefully he'll get back with me. On Bennington, it's not as close. It's in process, but it's not as close. And then Delphus and Scott, I keep sending it to Chris Fruits. Is there someone else I should send it to? Because I've sent him emails, he hasn't responded, and I called him, I got his phone number and called him, and I haven't heard from him, so.
I don't think
Is he
did
the
listen.
fire district, is he the fire chief up there?
Carl, I have somebody else. I can't remember the name off the top of my
Curtis
head.
McCain.
No.
Oh, Chris Riley.
Yes.
Should I be sending all this to Chris Riley?
Yeah.
So
I have contact information if you need it.
you have an email and a phone?
I don't know, I just know I have contact information.
Do you have both of those?
I don't have his email, but I've got his phone number.
Chris Riley.
I'm
I'll
looking
write
at
it down for you.
Okay. So, yeah, so Chris Fruits hasn't got back with me, so I haven't made much progress there, so. Anyway,
Making
that's,
me look bad, aren't they?
what?
I said they're making me look bad, aren't
Well,
they?
I was trying to figure out where I'm missing on my loop. So, anyway, so that's the fire district, so they're in pretty good shape overall. And, I saw that they're, gonna do that lunch with employees, and I'm really grateful that the Employee Appreciation Committee is doing that for our employees. It's scheduled for 6/17, you saw that email? And then, I was also glad that, the, Employee Benefits Committee sent that letter attached to the pay stubs to ask people if they're happy with the healthcare, to know, to see how they feel that they're doing. I'm really glad that they're reaching out for that. And then I do have a 5-minute executive session. Do you want me to go ahead and do that now before the 10 o'clock meeting or not?
This as well.
Okay, so, I'll move to go into executive session for 5 minutes, to begin at 10:54 and to end at 10:59. Oh, 10. I'm sorry, 9:54 to end at 9:59 for 5 minutes for non-elected personnel to, just, discuss some information that I've received. And to return, it just needs to be the 3 of us, I think.
Okay.
And, to return to the commission room.
Okay. You second?
Yes, I will say.
Moved and seconded to go into executive session for 5 minutes, starting at 9:54 to come out at 9:59, with just the 3 commissioners and for, what'd you say it was, non-elected personnel. Is there any discussion? All those in favor? Aye.
Okay, give me just a second here. Audio's still on.
Check. Mic off.
No.
think I've ever met you.
No decision made.
You met me at the.
You've never seen her in a dress.
Yeah. Nice to meet you.
Hey, don't shake hands with her, she's a Jayhawk fan.
Anyway, I'm like, oh, I know who you are now.
So, Keith's gonna take your chair.
Yeah.
Musical chairs.
I was gonna kick you out, Kiki.
She has been sitting there. Alright,
You need to be front and center anyway. That's where you belong.
what happened to all our chairs?
I was gonna say, these guys don't wanna sit in the, you
Yeah,
know,
grab-
push them back.
You can grab those out of
There's
there.
one, do we need, I don't need her.
We're good, Trill.
Well, somebody can sit in that damn chair now, they got it down.
They said they don't-
Put your feet on.
Yeah, well, I can do that.
they think it's gonna be quick.
So who hit you? Kim?
Now my wife,
Oh,
she was out of practice.
Truett, you understand we're on video, you should.
I was gonna ask you Friday, but I decided not to.
Yeah, you didn't want to embarrass me in front
Now
of
it's
someone.
public.
Yeah. Yeah.
alright, well, I guess, we'll get back in order here and start with Keith.
Just been doing some general maintenance around, getting behind on some of my PM stuff, but been busy with some EM stuff. with the
Miller's,
rains.
we're gonna blame Miller, huh?
It's Miller's fault.
Miller's fault, alright, he put his hand up.
Uh-oh, is it Miller time?
It's the first day
I
on the
bet you use that
scapegoat.
all the time. People give that to you all the time, it's Miller time?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, pretty
sorry.
And chasing paperwork for EMP stuff and just normal routine stuff. Nothing new.
I wanna say something before we move on here. I didn't expect, I didn't notice you were here, I didn't expect you to be here, and
Surprise.
I didn't get to talk to you the other day, but I'm sorry for the way it was, and
No, we're good.
so, no, I'm talking to the guy beside you.
I'm, alright.
We're
But
talking to
anyway,
Marie.
Murray, but
Well, I'm sorry that's on
that was a
TV
wonderful,
too.
wonderful service.
Yeah.
It was very God honoring. I was glad to hear about his faith.
If I die before, Larry Drake, I'm going to see if Marvin's 50 yards in.
To the right.
Yeah,
50
to the
yards
right.
to the right.
You have to go to the right. It was very
All
nice.
right, well, thanks for being here, Marie, and
Yeah,
thank you,
appreciate
Miller,
that.
for being here too, sorry. Anyway,
Do you want to introduce Miller since you already embarrassed Miller?
yeah,
I embarrassed myself, that was my fault. It's all good.
it's Miller Carnes is who it is, he's our new emergency management director.
You wanna sit and go to the,
Sure.
just so we can give people on camera to see you and.
So, anyway, you can sit there front and center, we'll all
Does
go
he
through.
wanna, since you're gonna introduce him, just say the background or where he's from?
Yeah, you wanna just
You wanna
say
say
a
a
few,
little bit?
say a few
Introduce
words.
yourself.
Sure. My name is Miller Carnes. I'm the new emergency management director for Ottawa County. I just moved from Fort Worth, Texas, working for Dallas Fort Worth as assistant operations officer. I have a little bit of emergency management experience through firefighting and working through EMs and kind of different positions. So excited to be here. I'm grateful to have Keith and Marie on my side. I was blanking, I'm sorry. Yeah,
Well, we
throw
want
me to
you
the
to-
wolves today, I'm
We
sorry.
want you to lean on Marie as much as she can handle, and Keith,
Sure.
don't be afraid to ask.
For sure. So,
So, anyway, I didn't mean to get you off there, but go ahead, anything else?
no, that's really
Culture shock,
No, not at all.
Fort Worth to Minneapolis?
No, I've been to, I've lived some small town life before. It's nice that there, nobody seems to be in a rush here, which is like super nice.
No traffic?
There's an ease of flow.
I
You
could
know.
get- I could get you, maybe get you a badge. I think you should have a badge for your position.
I don't know. But
There might be one in the drawer downstairs.
I think there is, actually. Trish's got one,
I
I
was
didn't.
gonna say I get one.
I don't think she should have. I don't think she should have the authority. Anyway,
I
well,
should've
thank
brought
you,
it, actually.
Happy to
thank
be
you for
here.
coming and thank
Happy
you
to
for
be
being here. We are glad to have you
Thank
on
you.
board.
thank you.
Okay.
Is that gonna be the emergency management department head, report?
I would imagine, unless Keith has something to say about it, or,
I would like to put a plug in for the weather radios, because with all of this weather radio, I had an old one that was very difficult.
Oh,
to
so you
program.
want us to give you one?
No, I already bought it.
Oh, okay.
I paid good money for it. But I wanna tell everybody how easy it is to program.
Yes,
You
very.
don't have to know the county FIPS code, you don't have to know all that stuff, you turn it on, hit English, and then it self-directs you right through all of the different, setups.
Yep.
Tremendously easy.
Yep.
And they work.
Yep.
So,
I think everybody should have one,
Absolutely, absolutely.
especially with the way things are, with the weather being so
Yep.
unstable.
Yeah.
and,
And we are expecting more severe weather later today as well,
right,
so.
and they're for sale for $25, and it's a bargain.
So
buy
did
from
you,
Emergency Management?
Mhm.
Yes,
Well, he picks it up for you, and then you go to the treasurer and pay.
somebody, I can't remember who told me, but did you do some program on, the weather for some place that you were at in South Dakota?
Not in South Dakota, but I programmed, I did some radio work and some operational help with bringing a tornado siren system online in Michigan
Okay.
for a friend, his fire department. So I helped assisting the radios, and I built some software that would allow him to activate his system directly from his laptop and his station computer, instead of having to call through dispatch. And their dispatch has had a lot of problems getting that done in a timely manner historically. So that was something that they really need, that I was proud to help with.
Well, good.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, we're gonna back out and go over here again.
Cool.
You sure you're done?
Me? Oh, yeah.
Okay. You got your hand, I mean, he's got his hands full with roads.
And we might, I'm gonna make Chris do it since I'm gonna make Keith. You guys can say your name and your title, just because we are kinda.
Oh, Chris Smith, Road and Bridge.
So you'll be in contact with him a lot, cause I think his people have been taking a lot of pictures
Absolutely.
of the
Yeah.
roads, and we're in the northern part of the county right now. I think it's pretty much right across from like Minneapolis north, isn't it?
So this most recent.
This last one,
is-
yeah.
Yeah, the most recent.
The roads are in terrible shape. I mean, we had 5.5, 6
5
inches
to
of rain
6
in 2
inches.
hours, so.
How did yesterday make it worse, or was it not so much either way? Okay.
We didn't get
Wasn't
anything.
too bad.
Okay.
Everything that rained that was any mounts was clear up east. So
Okay.
wasn't too bad.
Okay.
So it's this quadrant right here
Well,
for
re-
May
it's
17th?
really just countywide, but
May
this
17th,
last one
Start
was,
with the test area.
right, Tusket going north.
Yeah, so you got Tesket, but at May 17th, and then it kinda went off to the north.
But it also goes over here too.
Mhm.
You're expecting most townships to report damage from the rain?
Probably.
Okay.
Maybe some of that far northeastern part won't, but
Yeah.
3/4 of it, the county.
I hope they didn't put down all their new rock they just bought from the FEMA payment they just
They
received.
did, and it
There's luck
saved.
of it.
I mean, they just got that payment.
Well, we put on some rock, Chris did, on
We just
you
put on a
in your
bunch of it.
area, that was wonderful. And
That helped?
they didn't get the whole thing done, but they got a good amount of it, and it held up really good through that rain.
Was this the rock that he's always talking about?
No,
No.
Oh.
you got cheap
I
stuff
was
out
just,
here.
I was just curious. He's always talking about this one type of rock.
Oh, it had to be done
You got
quickly.
some up there, but stuff that he's talking about specifically was limestone.
Yeah.
And it held? Good.
Really good. I was amazed, because I came from the east on Victory, or was it Ute? I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's a good part of it that hadn't got the rock yet, and it was pretty messy in several places. And then I got over their ways, and they'd been rocking it, and it really made a big difference. So it was good. Did a good job. All right, Shelby.
I'm Shelby Walker, Register of Deeds. We've just been recording a lot of documents, and I will actually be in Colby tomorrow afternoon through Friday. So if anybody needs me, I'll be on my cell phone.
I'll put a warning out for Colby.
Thanks for being available.
It's our Kansas Register of Deeds meeting, so it'll be fun.
Okay.
I'm Tricia Smith. I'm with the health department. I'm a nurse and the deputy director. You'll work with us, Sarah, quite a bit, me a little
KU fan, watch out.
Rock chalk, Scott.
Well, being an Oklahoma State graduate, I was pretty much in enemy territory since my first interview, so I'm pretty.
There you go, I'll side with you.
I shot myself in the foot very first question. They were talking about colleges, and I opened my mouth and talked about OSU. And
Yeah, that was a problem.
Anyway, I'm
I
sorry.
can't believe they hired you, actually.
can I be honest? I can't believe it either.
Sarah sent me with a list, but we had our community baby shower last weekend, and actually we had like 30-some people. That's
Really?
kind of Amanda's baby, and yeah, it was very successful. It keeps getting bigger every year. I
Oh,
don't
good.
know if we're gonna have to cap it off or something, but yeah, that went well. I don't know, there's not anything too exciting, I don't think, that you guys are gonna care about. But yeah, we're staying busy the next couple months.
Golden Wheel.
Yeah, Golden Wheel. Julie said she has a plan. I
Well,
don't know. Yeah.
I wish she'd have been here about 8 o'clock.
Sarah?
Julie and
Oh.
Sarah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
We've been kind of working on that. There's a lot of inconsistencies and probably some things that need to be addressed, so
okay.
I've had feelings about that for a while, so there's improvements that can be made.
Go girl.
Yeah.
So are you
But you're in
busy over
charge,
the
baby.
summer a lot for
Yeah.
kids enrollment?
Yeah, 'cause we do a lot of program work over the summers, and then of course it's our fiscal end of years in the summer with the state, so we have a lot of grant work and things like that go on, and my WIC budget year is over the summer and it begins, so it's kind of we are pretty busy, and then we do plus immunizations, a lot of
Before
people.
school?
Yeah, and physicals. I don't do sports physicals, but I do all the other types of physicals. And so all the kids that are athletes, I end up doing a lot of those physicals. So it does we stay pretty busy.
So summer's a busy time.
Yeah.
And do you have drivers? Tell me about your drivers.
Yeah, so we interviewed drivers last week. I think that the interview, I think we did 2. I know for sure we did 1 and it went well, so hopefully we'll be a little better staffed there. I know Amanda has one of the vans had to go back to Wichita again because of the door situation.
That's terrible. I mean, that's not the first time that's happened, and that's dangerous.
No, and this time it was like out in the country and
Oh,
and
geez.
a tow truck had to come and
That's terrible.
It was, it's a mess. We paid a lot of money for those. I mean, taxpayer,
Yeah.
KDOT paid a lot of money in there. It's a mess.
So you take them to Wichita when it's
Well,
this?
it's at Wichita this time because Kansas Truck has worked on it multiple times and it's not been fixed right, so it's a real mess. That's a real mess. And it's not safe, and it's not, once that door is stuck open, you can't put it in gear, like you can't even get it to neutral it's a mess. You have to get underneath it and undo the linkage just to get it. Amanda's
tow
had
it?
Amanda's had her hands full with that.
Okay.
But, yeah.
I'm glad we have some potential drivers, though. That's good.
Yeah, it is.
So you through, lady?
I am done.
Really? I'm Truett McQueen, I'm the county appraiser.
The one that everybody in the county thinks so much of right
Yeah,
now.
I'm the most popular guy in the county.
About taxes.
Megan will start this week going around in Minneapolis collecting information and checking the houses. We sent out our paperwork this year first, the questionnaires, so people would be aware that she was coming, and we seem to get better response if we send it in the mail than if we leave something on their door. Of course, with Kansas wind, you leave it on the door, you don't know where it winds up. But that's pretty much what we are.
Is that every property or a random sample?
We do 1/6 of the county each
1/6.
year. And it's divided up by townships, or in this case, Minneapolis represents about 1/6 of the parcels in the county.
She's gonna be in the town of Minneapolis.
In the town, won't be out in the country this
She
year.
won't be. I was gonna suggest four-wheel drive for some of the places she needs to go around the country.
I think
Because of
she'll
the
be
water?
safe here.
Good.
But I would like to thank all three of y'all for coming Saturday. That lets the, employees know that, you know, you're more than an employee. But I did feel good about that.
Well, you're welcome. Okay, there is one thing I wanted to, talk to you about, and this is your choice. The sheriff has, what year is it, pickup? 18, it's only got, what, 40,000 miles on it? Three-quarter ton Dodge, extended or four-door?
Four-door.
Yeah. I don't know if you'd rather have that than the Tahoe, if you wanna hook on to,
The trailer.
trailer. I mean, we could switch out and make them pay about 30,000 to, I mean, we could we could work out something, but if you wanna keep the Tahoe and then borrow the pickup sometime or whatever, it's up to you, but you think about it a little bit and go look at the truck and maybe drive it and see if you like it or whatever. So, okay. Marie, do you have anything to say?
I just want to thank everybody for the support.
I'm sorry, Marvin's a wonderful person and anyway, just a wonderful person.
And then we'll be doing an appointment letter for Miller that will need you guys to sign, so.
I haven't done the resolution.
There's a different
You
one
do.
for the state.
Yeah,
It's a
this-
different one for KDOW.
Oh,
Yeah.
this isn't the right one?
Yep, that's it, so.
We'll bring her over and we'll sign it.
Well, we'll do a motion, I'll do it during the clerk's
All right.
office.
All right, well, thanks for being here on the
And
terms
we're
that
just
you've been
working
through.
on, I'm gonna work with him on the EMPG and
Yeah,
Okay,
different things.
Yeah, well, I appreciate Keith stepping up while we were
yeah.
needing him, we needed him. I'm glad Miller started quicker than he anticipated, and I'm so grateful where he's available.
okay.
I appreciate both of you guys for helping me on this, so thank you
Russ?
very much.
Have you met Russ?
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes, Russ Thornton, sure. Gotta say, I got more communication off of the short weekend that we had when the weather was bad, off this one than,
Yeah,
Miller was in contact with me pretty much, well, I think he was in contact with both of us,
so
throughout the whole thing,
okay.
and not even Boyd here, so.
Well, I'd kinda like to have
He's interested
a radio too, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Does she want a badge?
Well, I do. I already ordered my own. Anyway, but
I
go
got
on.
one at Post
So,
Office.
yeah, I appreciate the fact that he was willing to
Right.
just get in contact with us, and we got to know each other prior to that. Cameron door install is almost complete over there, they've got just a few more things they're sinking, probably before the end of the month they'll be done. So it's nice, it's a nice system. The 2 block cameras are up, they're going. Guys are learning how to use them.
Where are those cameras at?
None of your business. No. So let's back up for just a second. So you see on Facebook, people just raising Cain about them, and so does it actually get everybody's tag number and put it in a database?
So if they go by, yes, the cameras collect all that, and to be honest with you, it's not all about criminal activity. Just in the short amount of time that before ours was even put up, we got access to Flock and we're able to track 3 people with dementia type situations going on, and they actually come through our county. 2 of them out of the 3 we actually brought back to the sheriff's office when Flock hit on them. So
Good.
I think it's beneficial.
Maybe where are these at again now? Maybe I need to know.
Well, one of them's up in your neighborhood.
I know.
So we're still learning how to work all of those. I have 2 deputies that graduate this Friday. We lost one deputy this month. We're in the hiring process for filling that position, and then our dispatch/corrections position. We have 2 grants that are still waiting results for, should be this year sometime. So if we get those, it's a good plus. There are talks, we went to one meeting, Dwayne, me, and Tammy went to one meeting for type of regional jails situation, if it's possible, I guess, just to change some, in case we don't have, 'cause I guess there's other counties that are having the same problem that we are as far as inmates, staff to house, or to man the jails, and housing is just horrible right now, so we're still discussing that, see if there's something that we can do.
So those inmates would be from prisons?
No, it sounds like
Another-
it's just gonna be a combination of Concordia or Cloud County, us, Lincoln County, and then it'll be kind of a regional, or the way they're talking.
Coming from,
Our counties.
Yeah.
I don't know.
somebody needs to pay.
Well, and that's the
That's
thing
what's-
is it's still in discussion, but I don't want to just
Right,
not go to it because it might not fit us, but yet it
Right.
might end up having to, because if they decide to do something, then anyway.
right.
So I want to have our input into it.
Yeah.
And kind of, like Tandy mentioned, fill them in with how we've been doing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that was the most beneficial, is in, we're doing it differently than everybody else.
Come on in,
but
sit down.
They can certainly see
Steve?
the benefit, so it's great to be able to share our side of it.
Yeah. We have no idea what the final product will be, if there will be a final
Yeah,
product.
I don't
It's
know.
just discussions at this time.
There's other counties in the same predicament that we are, where,
Well,
I mean, they discuss.
it's not a secret that it's not feasible unless it's more than 20 or something.
And that's kind of, the next thing is the Junction City's still adamant about bringing theirs here after even telling them that they.
If they wanna pay enough, they don't wanna pay though, do they?
What did you just say, Russ?
Junction City is still adamant of bringing their overflow here.
But they don't wanna pay.
Yeah, up the ante.
Yeah.
Well, they don't
Well,
wanna
and
pay.
that's,
Yeah.
nothing's been agreed upon on
Right.
that, first of all, so it's, them wanting to come is,
Mm.
it still has to have paperwork showing
Yeah,
agreement on it.
Right.
open negotiations, I guess. They might be hard to negotiate with.
Okay, is that it?
I think so.
So you lost a deputy, and
Yes.
you're looking for a corrections / dispatch
So
person?
we had, what was it, 3 or 4 months ago, we had that position. The 5th dispatcher, for when the gals are sick or on vacation, we've never had that. And we've always scrambled, past sheriff filled in for dispatching. We have, we've just done what we, and think this will eliminate some of the overtime, because this person will also be scheduled to work some corrections.
So you just started looking for this person?
Yeah.
There was somebody hired for that position.
Right, at one
They
point in time, it was
left,
been
yeah, so-
approved, it was hired,
It was-
and we
It's not new.
let that individual go. That person didn't fit she wasn't getting it, or they weren't getting it, so.
From an HR standpoint, and you can probably answer, Tammy, since you're the queen. So if we're gonna hire somebody internally, just from one position to another, do we have to put the job out?
We like for fair hiring practices to put the job out. That doesn't mean you have to interview anybody, that doesn't mean you have to, just to put it out there to give everybody the opportunity to apply. So again, that doesn't mean that you have to go through an entire interview process or anything like that, but you put the job out there so people have an opportunity to say, I'm interested. You can find out some interesting things about people, like, hey, I actually have a degree in this or whatever else.
So is that by
I
law?
really- It's,
In my opinion, that's giving somebody
Depending on
false
what
hope
policy
if you
is.
know if you're gonna pass it on to somebody, that's giving somebody false hope.
there's fair hiring practices, I mean, you can, we'd have to look at what our policies say, so there's a whole bunch to it.
That's what I wondered, if it was by law or
We'd have to
policy.
look into,
Well, I
but
think-
there's fair hiring practices that you should.
Some of them that
recommend.
applied for my position have applied for Truist's position, I know for a fact, so I mean, cause there's other
Well,
jobs
you
out
both,
there.
I didn't know you were leaving.
No.
Oh, you said that worked for you, okay, not
Oh.
not you.
But it is best practice to put it out, at least put it out internally, if not externally.
Well, that's how I
But at the
think
very
about
least
things.
internally.
I'm not,
So, is anybody internally looking for the noxious weed from your department
We have one.
that might wanna go up to
Yeah,
that?
that just actually talked about it this last week.
I didn't know if that happened.
well, we better not talk about that in here.
Well, I just wondered if,
Okay.
because it's
any-
still open too, right?
Carl, you got anything? You're not?
I think it's,
Okay, so from an HR standpoint, obviously, as you can hear, we're doing a lot of hiring, putting things out. We're trying some new things, new strategies, little things like even changing job titles or, we're sponsoring on Indeed and different types of ads. So really upping that game as far as that goes. We have passed out new policy handbooks to all of the departments. Everyone will sign off on, and then we'll continue to update the policies. So we've basically gone through almost all the policies and revamped them and have them re-signed off on. We've also gone over our property, vehicle, and equipment schedules through our insurance. I wanna especially thank Russ and Chris. They've done this probably 4 times now. And they were very gracious not to throw a fit about it, because we've had to keep doing it. So we've updated all those schedules, so hopefully that'll bring down maybe some insurance costs, let's hope, because we got off a lot of equipment we actually don't own anymore. From the clerk side, I kind of briefly touched on with you guys, there's a school district that's closing, Southern Cloud, USD 334, June 30th. This is unprecedented in the state, so no one's really sure what's going on with it. There's lots of moving pieces with, if they're moving to a school district that's bond and interest, and those voters didn't vote on it, we can't charge them bond and interest in the levy, so trying to work that out in our tax system, figure out mapping. Kim in the appraiser's office has been great, her and I worked yesterday, that it's not just real estate, it's personal property, heavy trucks, those kinds of things. So just moving everything, I've had to create a new taxing unit, new taxing districts. So evaluations are gonna be a little bit behind, just as we work through this to make sure they're correct. I'm working with state assessed utilities currently, because they have to map out their state assessed, so I know to get the correct valuation and the correct taxing unit districts, or taxing, unit district. So, working on my July abstract, still waiting on the audits to come back, that's something I'll discuss during my clerk comments. Later, we may have to move back our rough draft or our budget if we don't have our, rough draft audit back in order to get more clear numbers, so we'll discuss that in a little bit. And I'm working on the, township and cemetery budgets, starting to at least try to get those put together and get those scheduled to do. As far as election goes, I'm prepping for the primary election, working on election calendar. There's some litigation still going through with election law through legislation, so I kinda already knew that, that's been on my radar, so waiting to hear for that. I do have an unofficial candidate list out, and then our first set of ballots are called Uwakava ballots, those are uniformed and overseas citizens. And those have to go up 45 days before the election, which is the 20th of this month, because of, that's a Saturday. 19th is actually technically a holiday, so I have to have those out by the 18th. Secretary of State's office doesn't approve the official candidate list or candidate rotation until the 15th. So it's gonna be a quick turnaround between getting my ballots programmed and ready to go to send out, but we're working hard on that.
is Stanton Township the only one affected by that
No.
school district? Who else
Stanton,
is?
Chapman, and Sherman. So your northwest corner and then your northeast corner, counties.
You're
Why
gonna
are
get
there
so much
two
more
northeast counties
money up
affected?
there.
Because 334 was in those 2, districts.
Sherman, Chapman, and Stanton?
Yes.
The gas tanks should bring in some.
Here in Cloud.
Well, so Sunday, and I've been checking my email, I've been sending out to all my state assessed utilities, cause I can't get their certification of evaluation, they have to tell me where everything is, in which township, and which section, township, and range, so I can assign the correct valuation to the correct school district and the correct taxing unit. So that's why everything's on hold. That's exactly what I'm waiting for. There are 6 that were in, so taxing unit 11 was split. I know that doesn't mean much to you guys, but that was in Chapman Township, and so I just split it and created new taxing units, and now I have to assign state assessed utilities in order to get the correct valuations, in order to tax everyone correctly.
Right.
So,
So, is there any, you'd have to if we wanted to get back some of our ground in Stanton, from fire departments out of our county, so does that take all new 911 and everything to do that?
that's all new mapping. Miller and I would have to work on the fire department and sheriff, yes.
So, is there any way to tell how much money they get?
Through distributions? Yeah, we have a distribution report.
Sometime no, not right now, I know you're busy, sometime I'd like to know what those other counties get from us.
What we distribute out.
Yeah, all right.
Because of fire district coverage?
Yeah, I mean, like, so Delphus is just a few miles from where Glasgow comes in and covers. And they get paid, and so does Mitchell County, and I think Lincoln County down there in the bottom does too.
For fire districts?
Yeah.
You've
Down
got-
over here, down here is Sling County, over here on you, Carla. And
Lincoln,
on the bottom.
yeah, that was a good.
So this is a great example, and this is what, the lessons learned are becoming with the school districts. They didn't consult, and they didn't know to consult, the county clerks, and so they don't follow county lines, so even the descriptions of the changes in the school boundary, their descriptions were Acorn Road, so that's not even in our county. They don't understand taxing units and where the county lines lie. The fire districts are the same way. And so I know there's a desire from some school districts to be like, well, it'd be easier for out of your county, because we're just a sliver. Now, I get that, but that, of course, that takes a lot of acts of
Right.
government to do that, and that's
Well,
probably
it's
the
worth-
same with fire departments, but,
Well, if it costs way more to get it straightened out than it's worth, so maybe not.
hey, I'm all for straightening everything out, so it makes it way easier.
We've got 5 out-of-county fire districts that cover Ottawa County. We've got Longford, Saline.
Longford would be one that would
Bell.
probably, I mean, that's another thing, or if you could do some and not all of them, because Longford is really, that would be important to stay with, because it's no man's land over there.
You'd have to do each individual fire district separately. I looked
Okay.
into that when I was EM, and there's a lot of,
Well, I don't know anything about the rest, but I know Delphus could cover the corner up there where they're at, but I don't know.
So Marie, correct me if I'm wrong, we have 5, out of not home county for it, and we have 6 that were home county for.
Right.
So we have 11 fire districts in Ottawa County. So, just.
Well, back in the day, we probably needed them. So, all right.
and you've gotta look at another reason why they do the fire districts the way they do is for homeowners insurance, because you have to have a fire station within so many yards to get a discount on, so it's,
ISO rating?
yeah, so it's not just the fact that you need to make sure that the fire districts are close enough for the homeowners, otherwise their insurance skyrockets if there's not a fire station
5
close.
miles?
I don't know, I didn't, Miller, you worked with, do you know?
Yeah, I think, I'm not sure exactly what it is, but I'm pretty sure it's more than 5 miles, because I
I
mean,
think it's
Longford
11 or
is,
10 or
yeah,
something.
because Longford is pretty well up there. They go pretty far into the east central part of our county, so. And I'm not sure why, I'm sure there's more intricacies than just the insurance, but just judging by how different and the different dimensions and different kind of patterns of each district, but yeah, we'll look into that for sure.
Okay.
The 6 districts that we do have, the fire districts that we call Ottawa County fire districts, are all totally in Ottawa County.
Yes,
Yeah, yep.
Just wanted to make sure.
you've got Delphus, Ada, Pawtucket, Culver, Minneapolis, Bennington.
And they're all totally covered in Ottawa County.
Mhm.
They don't go over into
ADED covers parts in Lincoln County.
Okay.
At one time, Culver covered parts in Saline County, and I think at one time
Was that
Bennington.
considered their district?
They're supposed to, but
Yeah.
I can
I
always
think they
look
were.
at my out-of-county valuations that I receive and find out which ones we actually have tax dollars.
Okay.
If you're looking from a tax perspective, I can always look at that later and tell you.
So you
All right.
believe we've gotten them from
No, I know we
Lincoln?
do. Well, I know, I'm not
Okay.
gonna tell you which ones I got them from, I'm just saying, I know we do. I just can't tell you which ones off the top of my head.
All right. Anything else? Anybody, anywhere, anyone? All right.
I would just like to say one thing, and this isn't directed at any one person, but when you have something that you want us to sign, please have it to Tammy by noon on Thursday so that we can read it over the weekend and be prepared to sign off on it. It's hard when things are presented at the meeting that we haven't had a chance to read. And if it's something new that I haven't seen, I wanna read the document, so I'm just saying across the board, if it's something new, I'd like to see it before the meeting.
Okay.
Sounds good, that do
Thank
us.
y'all. Appreciate
Think
what
so.
y'all do.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, thank you. Well, department heads, can go.
Going?
Good.
You can stay.
Thanks to do.
Thank you. Yeah, it's good to see you too. Okay.
So did y'all need to have me sign anything?
Mm-hmm.
Tammy, he's asking a question.
Did y'all need to have me sign anything?
Oh, no, I'll talk to them about it and see if they want to. Cause I didn't actually,
Okay.
that's why I'm not sure they're gonna sign today, cause I didn't get it in the packet, so I'm
Okay.
gonna ask them to do it.
My infamous question about being in the packet,
It's good, it, no, it should be,
Right.
I'm glad you said something. No,
Sure.
it's great.
since I already.
But we'll go over that just a little bit, but.
Okay.
Steve,
All right.
are you come from public comments?
It's too wet,
So you.
so I blame the commission for being too wet.
It's too wet, yeah? Is that why you're here to complain about the rain? Do you have,
Just for a while, just for a while.
oh, well, you can comment?
No,
Run
I came here to catch a truant, but he already went down.
Oh, you came to chase down
We'll
Truett?
need to get.
You already asked me to come, so I didn't say, see, I came.
Yeah, yeah, I appreciate you coming, Steve. Steve says he wants less rain. Can you do anything?
I've
for him
said
with
that too, but you don't listen to me.
He's,
Couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I want you,
Yeah.
he has requested rain week after week after week.
All right on this field, put it on this field.
Yeah, especially the ones down low on the bottom, we don't need any more.
You're so funny. Well, thanks for coming to our meeting.
I still need to issue
Okay.
Good to see you, Steve.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Do you have anything you wanna say, Miller?
I'll have to be
Any more?
incorporated
You
in.
done?
I mean,
You
if
s-
we go that route.
All right, well, let me get Dwayne over here. You got any comments?
No, I do not.
I don't either. Move to adjourn.
No, we have to, we
We're
have
not
to,
there yet.
you're skipping that.
Well, let's go then.
I want us to pay the bills.
How about, I'll approve the accounts payable for $104,085.88.
I will second that.
It's moved and seconded to pay the bills at $104,085.88. Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And then I'll move to approve the minutes for the 5th, the 6th, the 26th as presented, and then for June 1st, taking out that one statement on number 5 that we discussed earlier, so as amended.
So you wanna take the,
Wait a minute here.
that 3 million, that.
Yeah, I want the
3.5
sentence to
AOC
end
pay?
after 155,000. Do you see that?
Yeah.
On number 5, and
So
just
you wanna-
delete that.
Okay, so taking out the. That statement. Is that okay? So I have to approve minutes for May fifth and sixth, did we say the 26th?
Yes.
Yep,
And June first, we're taking out the misstatement as
In number
amended?
5,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
And number 5,
Yeah,
Five.
number 5. Do you need to know exactly?
what was it we took?
That's
out?
when I said that 3.9 million
Oh,
in cash
okay,
was not
yeah,
interest bearing.
the correction,
Yeah, because you don't wanna put something in minutes that's
Sure.
not true.
got it, okay.
Yeah, and she's right.
you
I will
second,
second it as-
moved and seconded to, approve the minutes of May 5th, 6th, 26th, and June 1st, and on the June 1st, I got the statement of, in, paragraph 5 on about 39 million that Carl made.
3.9.
3.9 million. Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We're gonna do clerk comments, I think, is the next thing on there.
I thought you already said.
That was my update, that's not my clerk comment.
Oh, for God's sake.
So the first thing I kinda touched on is, I talked to Scott Lloyd, to the accountants, for our county budgets. There's a little bit of a concern because we have scheduled to review the rough draft on June 12th. If we don't have the audit back, or at least some rough financials, or they're afraid, basically, those numbers are going to change. So they would like to reschedule it, but we're looking into July. So my suggestion is we're gonna have to understand that the numbers in the budgets, that if they don't have the audited numbers back, are going to change. So we're not gonna quite know the mill levy, we're not gonna quite know the information.
Well, that's gonna give false pretense to everybody, cause it's gonna be,
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be public, isn't it?
I mean, it's public meeting, yes. But, and it's just that the audited financials will not be in there, so we'll have to use financials that we have.
So is there any benefit, I mean, so,
And that's the hard part, is we'll have to do it again.
How far out will they have to go into July?
So the 6th or the 12th, let me look at my email again, cause she emailed me this weekend.
Well, I think the important thing, I think we can discuss a lot of it from the expenditure side.
Mm-hmm.
And all we're gonna do, we'll have cash numbers for year end. They won't be audited, adjusted for payables. But that's the main thing, is payables in there.
Yeah.
Unless an account was taken out of the wrong account, and that could be a correction. But for the most part, it's just that there's no payables in the year end numbers. So we can look at it with from year end off the general ledger and look at the expenses. We just won't have a final number because that beginning balance may change. But usually, historically, they're not huge changes.
Right.
And this year, we did it correctly as far as the transfer, so that won't be a problem.
Right.
So
Right.
all right,
I
let's go ahead and do it
I think
Friday.
we can go ahead and have everything knocked out from
Yeah,
the
because-
expense side of it.
July might be a different story for me, so that's what I was worried about. So, right, if it's not gonna be a big disadvantage to us and making everybody wonder what we're doing, 12th's fine with me.
Well, I don't think we're in a position that we're gonna want to publish anything like we
Well, I
estimate
know
our
that,
mill
but if
levy.
somebody comes,
Right.
I'm just talking about word of mouth,
Yeah,
how it travels fast,
yeah.
if somebody's here.
And
If they're not, that's
this is
fine, I don't
This is
care.
just rough draft, so this would like be anything else.
Okay.
I would also suggest them coming back on July 6th or July 9th, because then we'll have the audited financials. And it should be a shorter meeting at that point.
Right, right.
So, are you guys, is there?
Does Scott think that going ahead and meet on the 12th is beneficial?
No.
He doesn't?
No, they would
But
like to
it
do
has
it.
all the expense
I
items.
agree with you, and so I personally believe that we should keep the meeting on the 12th.
Okay, I do too.
And, yeah,
Because otherwise that meeting in July is gonna be huge.
and they'd have very little mid-time, so that there's a
So what
time-
day is that? And just out of curiosity, what July day would that be?
They are looking either the 6th or the 9th.
No, no.
See, the
We better
ninth.
go ahead and try it.
I would like to say we're not.
Because
We're, the 6th, we definitely don't want it, but the 9th, we could look at it, maybe,
Well, that's why I'd like to go ahead and look at the rough draft on the 12th,
yes.
and then meet back on the 9th with the audited
Are
financials.
you okay with
to see
that?
what's changed.
I mean,
I don't like the idea of the 6th.
Because we have to remember.
do I have to, I'm just saying that I have not done one thing on the farm yet. And we've got 1,000 acres of hay to put up. If it ever gets dry, I'm gonna be busy.
Right.
But, I know this commissioner job comes first, so I'll be here.
So would you like to look at the 9th maybe?
Yeah.
And
I
I believe
prefer
that
the
will be a
9th.
shorter meeting. I'm not gonna schedule lunch for it that day.
That's on Thursday? No, Friday,
I
yeah,
haven't looked
Thursday.
at the actual dates.
Thursday
Okay.
night.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm with Carla on this one. I really feel like I'm gonna push and say, no, we're doing the 12th no matter what.
I think we should go through all the expenses and look what it looks like, and to be honest, the cash balances did not change that much in audit last year, and since we've been looking at expenditures, I don't think, expect it, I just expect payables, that's all I expect.
I agree, and that's the whole thing is, I would encourage you not to look at the mill levy, the final mill levies or anything yet, just so we don't get an idea in our head. But I do feel like it's important to go through it and that's the time we have for it all day, because otherwise we're time constrained at that point.
Yeah, I mean, I think we can look at all the details, and if we're gonna make any changes for expenditure side, we can do it then, so I think it makes sense.
I agree.
In July, on the 9th.
Yeah,
The
no, at
12th?
the meeting this Friday,
June 12th.
to knock out all the expenses.
Okay, you're saying, yeah, we still meet June 12th, this, whatever it
Friday.
is, Friday.
We wanted to cancel the 12th and just because we didn't have the audited financials and then.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Oh, sorry, Scott Lloyd wanted to cancel June 12th and do it either the
Okay.
6th or the 9th, and it's a limited time frame.
Right,
I don't love that idea, I'm with Carla, I feel like it would be more beneficial to have the large meeting on the 12th,
right.
and then the 6th or 9th. By then, they can have everything in, because you have
It
to
can be nice and
remember,
clean, we have to publish it by when?
well, if we exceed the revenue neutral rate, we have to have the meeting between August 20th and September 20th.
Hmm.
But I have to publish and have notice of estimated taxes out to the taxpayers 10 days prior to any meeting, so we're looking at like August 1st.
Okay,
So if we don't have that stuff together,
so on June 12th then, can we meet, and I found some suggestions that I'd like to make as I went over each budget, you know, that I thought maybe we could do a little more trimming here or there, or
That's
somebody
what we-
had a flat budget, flat line on salaries, you know, that didn't bode well for me for harmony in the department, if you see what I mean, I think.
Well, they would have, in my opinion, I know you wanna do item by item, and I think that's what we should do on Friday.
Right.
But in my opinion, what I did is the ones that kept flat, I looked at their year-to-date numbers and then annualized it out to see, yes, they expect to come in less this year,
Yeah.
therefore they have that cushion for next year.
Right.
That's how I
Okay.
calculated them out.
Okay, I just looked at what there was in last year, you know, is what was
The
left.
budget number,
Yeah, the
not
last-
the actual,
Well, the actual, yeah, the 13th period is what I looked at,
2025,
2025, or, yeah, and then year-to-date 2026.
right?
And I thought maybe they were on track, and just some of the things that I questioned, one of them, I mean, flat supplies, you know, everything is going up, and they can cut in some, and I just wondered if they were realistic cuts. I don't wanna mention anything now, but at least that's what the
That's what
12th
we're gonna
will be.
do on Friday.
Right. that's
Yeah,
the
and that
12th.
gives us an opportunity to talk about those.
Right, yeah.
And if not, that meeting in the 9th will be horrendous.
Mm.
It'll be a long meeting, I should say,
Yeah.
not horrendous, but
I don't want it to be long,
Yeah,
whatever it takes.
but if we can do it on the 12th, you know,
this week.
and then the 9th will be a little short.
Right, that sounds good to me.
I'll talk to him and I will firm those things.
So what's he wanting to back out, you say?
I'm sorry?
Is he, you want me to call him?
I'm emailing him, I'll email it all and take care of that. The other thing is I discussed the election canvas for the primary election, I'm looking at dates for that. I just wanna verify with you guys, I'm looking at August 12th at 10 a.m. Are you available that day?
To canvas.
12th.
Now, I am gonna tell you, canvas is gonna look a little different, so with some of the things, the elections, so this is where I bring to you the unofficial results of the official ballot. And you guys, and I come up with the Kansas statutes as to whether or not, cause you're the board of county canvassers at that point. And I say, okay, according to Kansas statute this, it states that this should or should not count,
So what date are you talking?
August 12th.
August 12th on a Wednesday, canvassing votes.
I'm thinking about doing that date. I thought about doing that Monday, but
Which do you prefer, Scott? Will you
No,
be
no, I
busy
mean,
in
just
August?
whatever, oh, yeah.
so it will be, we will
Rainy day.
then, after you guys, just to forewarn you, after you guys go ahead and give me the results of how you want the provisionals counted, we would then recess, and we will finish our
Tally.
work and our end tally, and then you guys would have to come back up because of the laws of, people can, challenge laws. We have to give so many dates from the time you sign off on the canvas, so So that's why.
Can we
we're
do it
doing
a
Wednesday.
week later? Can we do it the next week, or you have to do it within a couple
No,
days?
no, it's not, the canvas is when you sign off on the official results, so we actually should be doing it that same day. If at all possible.
So you're not, we can, so it all has to be done in one day?
Doesn't, different counties do it different ways, so what I had done last year is had you guys decide what you would do with the provisional ballots, and we came back the next day and you signed off on the form. When you signed off on it, that is when the clock started, and that, I ended up coming in all day Saturday, working, having to put out there, because we did it on like a Friday, so.
Well, do you prefer us to do
Direction by
the-
the Secretary of State's office is for us to do it in one day.
So, do you prefer us to do the canvassing on Monday?
No, cause you have the meeting that we have.
Okay.
I thought about that, so I was thinking maybe the 12th, and I wanted to check with you guys. Does that date work for everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just put it on my
Perfect.
calendar.
I did hear back, what?
I'll just put it on my
Okay. I did hear back from Gilmore and Bell with sales tax, so that's fantastic. So I will put that on for next week to discuss the sales tax initiative. Something I would really encourage is we probably need to get our EMS guys in the conversation, and we need to probably have some town hall meetings and
And the
whatever
hospital.
that's going to look like.
Probably ought to inform the hospital a little bit too.
Yeah,
It
the
could be
hospital,
some of
so-
theirs, but maybe not.
You guys need to start, because we're not hiring somebody to do it. Normally you'd have a county administrator. I've stayed nonpartisan, it's gonna be a ballot initiative. So you're gonna need to kind of start getting together and figuring out what this is gonna look like as far as informing the constituents before
Okay.
we go to vote.
Good.
That's, I think, everything that I have.
Okay. Here is some, not that you need anything else to do.
To read
No, literature about, I want 'em back.
about the windows?
No,
Oh.
bridges and how they're inspected and what.
Did you get the bridge report?
No, these are ones from
Prior
previous, but this is how, just go, you can go through them. I want them back someday. It tells a lot of stuff.
Do you want analysis on this, Scott?
So I got a
I'm
pretty good
just
idea
kidding.
what
I'm
it is,
just
but
kidding.
you, I'm sure you'll
When
give
I
me
bring
one.
you yeah.
Anyway.
I need a 10-page essay of what you learned.
He wants to make sure I'm not.
APA 7
No, I mean, but
citation.
you ask a lot of questions about stuff like that, so I thought maybe it'd help
No, no.
you know like, that's ever in there, and every
Like
bridge in
David
Ottawa
said,
County
22nd?
inspected.
I lied, I'm not done.
Okay.
That scares me.
I lied, I'm not done.
Go on.
I do have resolution 2608 that I could present to you. It was
Okay.
not in your package to read ahead of time, which is why I'm bringing up my clerk comments. But I'm glad Carla said that, because it should always be in the packet. This is a resolution to officially appoint Miller Carnes as the Emergency Management Director for Ottawa County.
Well,
And
we
it's in
got it.
accordance with the Kansas Department of Emergency Management regulations. If you guys so choose, you guys can do
No,
a
we
motion on
have-
this, we can do it next week.
No, we have to do it. We need to do it today.
So can I see it real quick?
Absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah, 'cause no one's
sign
looked
it.
at
Yeah. Miller's gonna think you don't trust.
Let me see what it says.
I would make the
You're gonna
motion,
find out that what?
I'll make the motion that we adopt resolution such and such. there,
Okay.
Whatever the number is,
What was it?
It's
2608.
2608.
to appoint him as the Emergency Management Director for Ottawa County,
Yep.
and I'll second that.
Moved and seconded to adopt, resolution 2608 to appoint Miller Carnes as the Emergency Management Director of Ottawa County. Is there any discussions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I would like to get a picture for Facebook. Sorry.
I don't know what this
Take his
entails.
picture.
You want me, well,
Huh?
Stand up against the white wall and take
You
his
want
picture.
to go behind the desk? Scott bites, I'm sorry.
Oh, with us?
I'll buy him back. I don't care.
Do you want us close?
Yeah.
Do I get He likes to be at the center, it's okay.
No, not really.
Okay,
Ready?
I guess.
Perfect.
Congratulations, it's
Thank you.
official now,
Thank
we
you.
signed the
Thank you. Thank you.
resolution.
I know. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, I'm glad you're here. I was wishing you was here when that one tornado come close to us there, the last one, just here north of town. was going right by the new hog facility where they're putting on, and I thought, oh my God, we don't hit that.
I have one, are you done? I'm
Yes,
sorry.
I'm saying that's all I have, so that's all.
Here, just got-
I have one
Oh,
more.
darn, I forget
I
about
have
the
one
fan.
more
I
thing.
didn't bring one of those.
You know, the 990s I talked about last week, I did go ahead and make copies so that you would both have them. I know, paper, right? So that you would have, so,
I
yeah.
thought I had, maybe, go on.
I'll make sure you get
I just,
Oh, I got you, for the other, I know what you're
for
talking
the
about.
other two entities, I just wanted to
Right.
make sure you guys had everything that I referenced the other day.
Right, so if somebody says something, we can back it up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think I included the important pages, the entire document is not there because it's like 67 pages, but I put the financial information in there.
Well, I think it's important to have that right off, in case somebody says something
Yeah, I had a couple people stop me at church, so,
about,
about what we were doing, they actually were, it was a positive thing, just that we were scrutinizing them.
the truth is, yeah, I think it is a important thing, and as long as they don't pull any fast ones on us, all up
Well, I think this is also gonna help you when you look at where the majority of their revenue comes from. It comes from outside sources, it's not from,
Well, I know it's not from us.
from the county support.
Right.
So they say that, most of their funding, 99% of it, is a huge portion comes from other sources.
Well, that's fine, and I mean, I'd like, if any of them ever show up back here, I'd like to ask them why they don't have anything in their interest-bearing accounts. Well, that much money.
Wait, remember I pulled that out, because that
Oh.
was Flint Hills.
Okay.
That's what
I
we
thought
changed
both
from
of them
last year.
did.
No, and,
Okay, that's gone.
I have the financial.
Reverse.
I have the financial statement attached so you can see the
Okay.
numbers. I was like, no. That was Flint Hills, which hopefully they'll be here next week. I hope Julie decides to come next week with Sarah.
You ain't gotta go.
I don't know, I'm gonna tell you now, probably the answer is no, because I don't know who's inviting her.
I don't think she's coming.
Unless, if you would like Sarah to invite her, I would not invite her as a commissioner unless you've spoken with Sarah. There might be some discussions she wants to have with you first, prior
Okay.
to doing it with
Mhm.
Flint Hills. I mean, I'm not saying don't invite her, I'm saying I would discuss it with the department head prior to,
I get it.
and get that.
I get
Right.
it.
July 12th was the date that we're going to meet with Scott Lloyd with the budget, is that correct?
The
No.
second.
And I will,
July 9th.
July 9th, okay, Thursday, July
July
9th, okay.
and I will confirm all those dates with you guys as well, so they're waiting for an answer from me.
We're
Okay.
meeting June 12th this week.
June 12th, and then July 9th with
Right.
Scott.
Right.
It's in pencil in my calendar, in
There you
pen,
go.
but it's in pen.
Let me see if I got through everything.
Okay,
So, anyway,
yeah,
I would like to have one more executive session if you guys are done otherwise,
that's fine.
okay.
before you adjourn. What time is it? 11
Oh, I would like to say that I've had some complaints on the railroad crossing on Old Highway 81 between Bennington and Minneapolis, the diagonal where it cuts across south of the house.
Yeah, there's been some terrible stuff, anyway, go on.
Yeah, and I'm in contact now with Kyle Railroad, CEO, to get it on their plate. He said, yeah, unfortunately, we get a lot of requests for maintenance, but I went out and took pictures of the broken up concrete of the uneven road surface. I said there's reports of people that are moving to the left lane, the oncoming traffic, to get around this because they think it's smoother on the other side.
And not only that, the crossing, or the up and down, it's not working all the time, right?
Right, I've seen that on occasion from my house.
Between
So-
Granite and Homestead, right there?
Uh,
Is that what you're talking about?
No,
No, just right outside of Bennington.
from Bennington, go the first corner north.
Yeah.
It's,
At Frontier?
yeah, but it's south of Frontier, I believe.
Anyway,
Anyway, it's the only crossing on Old 81.
Okay.
So I give him the
South of
information and
Frontier.
he's gonna get with me today on that and see its progress, I hope.
okay, how long do you need, I hope so too, cause
Yeah.
it's,
It's bad.
yeah.
Okay.
How long do you need for executive session, Carla?
So, move for executive session for 5 minutes, starting at 11 o'clock to 11:05, to discuss non-elected employees,
Miller's probably the point where he's thinking, "There, we can get done here so I can get started."
to discuss, just some conversations with those people,
Okay,
to return to the commissioner room,
all right,
and just the three of us.
okay,
I'm sorry. I just,
no problem.
Are you done there, Carla?
I am, did you second it?
I will.
Moved and seconded to go into executive session with just the commissioners, for 5 minutes, discussing non-elected. Is there any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Okay.
actually, Miller, these have been really short executive sessions
I-
compared to normal.
I believe it.
5 minutes are like,
Yeah.
I don't know why you guys.
there we go. All right, so no action taken, Dwayne?
Correct. No decision made. Yep.
So I think I've gotten through everything on my list. Did you get everything yours, Scott?
Yeah.
You're done?
I've talked about everything I had to talk about, clear through the meeting every once in a while, so that's all. All I had was the Eagle and somebody said something to me about the insurance on at the Golden Wheel. Do we pay, or was that an email I got?
On the health insurance?
Yeah,
What about it?
Well, how did I get it? Oh, I got an email from Mrs. Reed, Sheila.
Sheila?
She was wondering if we kept paying
We
the
don't have-
insurance when we don't have a
No,
cook there.
but we have to pay by month. So if they quit in the middle of the month, we
Right,
have to pay
still
that
have to
month.
pay, right.
Yeah, but,
I think that was just her.
and that's why, you see it so sporadic in 2025, because we had a cook and then we didn't have a cook.
Right.
So we
Well,
only pay the months
I
we
think
have a
they were,
cook.
she might have been trying to figure out how much money they could get from us if.
I would just like to see the total of what we pay for Central Flint Hills, the Golden Wheel, and all the associated other expenses that we have for those meals, you know, to see what kind of a pot we have to work with.
Well, they have a financial statement that their board discusses, and it shows like all the fundraisers they have and the money that they have coming in.
Have you got a copy of that?
I don't know if they gave it to me or they just showed it to me. How about that?
I don't know what to do about that place, but I'm sure go with anybody, the way we should go to do what's best to get the people food,
Yeah.
elderly.
Could we check with a commercial food service?
Not as bad when it's summer, but.
We're forgetting about the $4 income that we have from the people that actually eat there. I think it's $4 or $5, whatever they charge. So
Do they charge everybody that? That doesn't matter how old you are, you have to pay $4?
It's
Or some
$7.
of them free?
It's $7.
That's what I, see,
So it's $7.
some of them are free.
So it's $7 if you're over 65. If you're under 65, so you have to pay $7 or $8. But if you're under, they request a donation. It's a donation. It's $4, but nobody has to pay. So the problem is that difference.
So there is some, yeah. Okay.
But I think when they were trying to decide if they could be standalone, they took into effect that revenue, you know, all that money goes to Flint Hills, whatever's collected from donations.
And even the cost of the meals, that money goes back to Flint Hills?
The donation, whatever donations they receive goes back to Flint Hills.
Like their fundraiser? Is
No,
that-
the
okay.
fundraiser, their money.
Okay, but what about the cost of the meal? If it's $4,
Well, they get all their food from Flint Hills.
So that money, the actual revenue from the cost of the meal, somebody goes in, buys a meal, goes back to Flint Hills.
Yeah, so the Flint Hills, they pay for all the groceries,
Mhm.
and they pay that $7.25, I think that's the amount
I've
for the
had somebody
cook.
tell me that gal's done a terrible job the whole time she's been on there for 25 years.
They also pay a driver to take the meals to the other locations, Flint Hills does, and they pay for the center manager. But the only one that has health care is the cook.
Right.
That we paid for. I think the center manager has at least some paid for.
Well, we need to get to the bottom of it. There's too many moving parts that you really can't get anybody buckled down to a few of them to tell you the real truth about what the heck's going on.
And I just want to untangle kind of based on what you guys' conversation is, the difficult thing that we have to remember is Golden Wheel is not a county entity, so Golden Wheel gets to make their decisions on some things. I mean, we have a piece in it in the aging, it's just very intertwined, kind of oddly, so that is where I really feel like Sarah needs, because I don't even understand the
Yeah.
tanglement, because, you know, we have nothing to do with the friendship meals other than we pay Flint Hills, but the board on Golden Wheel gets to make decisions, so we're trying to help, it's very
So
complicated.
the Senior Care Act, which is where Flint Hills gets their money, says that whether somebody pays for a meal or not, you provide a meal.
Right.
And so when you look at the amount that they collect in donations compared to the number of meals they prepare, it's very small.
And I'm sorry, I'm gonna correct you on that, if they qualify,
I'm sorry, yeah.
if
that's
they
true.
qualify. It's not anybody who wants a meal gets a meal, it's if they qualify.
But I think the qualification is just that you're over 65 or handicapped. I don't
There's-
think there's like,
And income.
There's income.
I don't think there is income.
Yeah, I think there is, but,
There's qualifications, I'll just put
Yeah.
it that way, I know there's qualifications.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't think.
And that's as much as I'll say, cause I'm not 100% sure. I could be wrong, I'm not saying
Well,
there
I'll
is.
just say, because when I went down there, the only thing I had to fill out, you probably filled it out too to qualify.
Yeah,
And it didn't ask income information, it asked
But I-
age.
I didn't get free, yeah, there was no
Well, mine,
income.
no,
Yeah.
mine was, well, I think everybody's in the same boat. You fill out and you qualify. Now, if you don't pay, like I said, they call it a donation. We can clarify with, I don't know if Sarah will know, but I know the center manager.
They never come back and see us.
Yeah.
I have a feeling
But
she's over
you
there.
don't have to qualify
She's at
for
that
a free meal.
You might be right on the income, I don't remember filling anything out either, but it went from $7 to $4 because I was over 65.
And when you go in for lunch there, there's a box.
Right.
And you may put your donation in. Nobody checks off who's paid and who hasn't, or what the amount you put in there, if any.
I think they check on who has paid, but they don't check on the amount. You might throw a 20 in there for your one meal, but they don't check, oh yeah, Dwayne gave $20 for his meal. They just check, yeah, Dwayne was here and he paid.
I think they check, Dwayne was here, and this is the total amount of money we collected for the day.
Right, okay, yeah,
Okay.
you're right, so.
Because they have to do a head count every day,
Mhm.
and they probably collect the donations every day, but
Yeah.
there's no tie to those.
No, we need answers
Because I have had some people, you know, say, I only make a donation when I'm able to.
Yeah,
And the way that Senior Care Act reads is that you have to provide 5 meals, but a meal for whoever is in that home. So if, let's say, they don't have money to pay, it's not just 5 meals, it could be 15,
hmm,
based on who else is at the home. So that's the big question mark,
yeah,
is funding, you know, from the Senior Care Act requires you to provide whether they can pay or not.
All right.
I know that's more.
lots more questions and we got answers.
You got anything else, Tammy?
No, sir?
I'll move to adjourn at
11:13,
11:14.
I'll second it.
Moving second to adjourn 11:14. Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye. So the county